call to order our tourism hearings. Thank you so much for being here to present on behalf of your tourism application. We're very grateful for the time. We know these are in the middle of the day, and we're thankful for all of you who have accommodated and making the opportunity for us to hear about your application. Just kind of to level set how this is going to work. You'll come up to the table when your name's called. I'll call the name and then I'll call who's on deck, just so you know where you're at in the order. And you'll come up, you'll state your name. As soon as you state your name, a 3-minute clock will start. You'll have 3 minutes to kind of present about your application. Keep in mind, we have information about your application. Maybe just share a few highlights. You don't have to go all the way into it. And then we want to have some time for Q&A where we get to ask you some questions, which is about 2 minutes. We've allotted every one of these hundreds of applications 5 minutes each. So the more concise you can be, the better. But we also know this is a passion project for you. This is something you've put your heart and soul into, and you've got a lot to say, and we want to be able to hear as much of it as possible. But also, we got a little behind yesterday on some things, so we're going to try to keep it to 3 minutes comment max so we can keep it moving. So we appreciate all of you for being here. And with that, we will get started. First on my list today is Susquehanna Township Police Department, and on deck is Swatara Fire Rescue.
May I sit?
Yeah, grab a seat. Yes.
Commissioners, I will be short and sweet rather than long and sour. Okay?
Good.
First, I learned a long time ago when you give a presentation, be intentional. And my intentions are two things. First, to thank you all for your service and for your support of public safety in Dauphin County. In Susquehanna Township, we have 9 hotels with a total of 877 rooms. These hotel rooms create calls for our police department. I've reviewed the calls for 3 of the 9 that impact our department the most since January 1st of this year. At just 3 of our hotels, we've incurred 184 police calls. Of those calls, 20 were mental health related calls, 15 domestic disputes, 13 domestic violence arrests, 5 drug arrests, and 16 warrant services. My emphasis is that these hotels impact the police services that relate to the residents of Susquehanna Township. In our proposal, you'll note that it's all technology related. The Susquehanna Township Police Department takes great pride in pursuing and using technology to supplement the manpower challenges that we presently face. Number 1, replacement of our interview room cameras. They're 12 years old, they've fallen in disrepair, and the video used in these rooms is critical as it relates to interviews that are used as evidence in prosecution before judges and juries. Number 2, a new traffic counter for conducting traffic studies. Our police department is charged with conducting traffic studies by our Board of Commissioners throughout the township. And this device, which records speeds on roads that we can just set up and leave it there over the duration of days or a week, is critical. That data is critical for us in conducting these traffic studies. Number 3, and I'm going to say if I had to put an asterisk next to any of the 4 that I'm presenting to you, it's this one. We're asking for a new drone. Ours is roughly 10 years old now. A new drone will provide us with all-weather capability, an AI capability, and Zoom capability. These drones are used for the search of suspects, lost children, to capture photos and video of crime scenes. And now, in Susquehanna Township, we use our drone for actual patrol operations. On midnight shift, we will actually use the drone to patrol neighborhoods. And I will say this too, because I say it to my Board of Commissioners all the time, drones are the future of my profession. You will see drones supplementing the manpower crisis that my profession faces, and drones are going to do it efficiently and more economically. Lastly, a one-time upgrade of our body-worn camera system, and it's roughly $11,000. So all of these are technology related. All of these will enhance our ability to provide service to not only our hotels, but throughout Susquehanna Township. And, I just thank you for the opportunity to come before you and seek funding for some of these projects. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your service, and thank you for all your department does. Of these requests, are any of them tourism specific, meaning they simply apply to tourism, or are they all pretty broad in general and they apply to public safety
Well, they
general.
absolutely all apply to public safety
Mm-hmm.
and the service that our police department provides to all of our citizens, which includes 877 hotel rooms
Mm-hmm.
and those who occupy them. And we have a duty to protect those folks as well. And this will assist us in protecting them.
Can I ask of these, as we implement technology here at the county, for example, they're often not one-time expenses. There's continued expenses. I'm just more curious for the plan of action that you have budgetarily in your budget. Like if we were to make this support, are you going to come back in following years saying like we got to keep these things up? Can we get more? Is there an ongoing cost to these, or are these one-time costs? That's what I think.
I think
I'm more trying to understand.
Yes, sir. Great question, Commissioner. One-time costs.
Okay.
I kind of see these as capital costs. This drone, certainly will hopefully last us 8 to 10 years.
And the maintenance on it will be budgetary stuff that you'll handle.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
I want to thank you and the other chiefs for coming to us last year and bringing up a unique perspective of the impact that tourism in Dauphin County, the Hershey area, et cetera, has on the adjoining municipalities and police departments. I never thought of that. And we talked about it, brought the numbers as you did forth today, and the other departments did last year. It was a wake-up call for me, seeing the impact outside of just the money coming in. There's also human impact, the impact on our first responders. So appreciate you doing that.
Thank you.
I don't know, first of all, great to see you.
You too, sir.
Always a pleasure and an honor to be your president.
Thank you.
Great for all leadership and direction. I part of implementing a series of changes, sort of innovative approaches to
Thank you, sir.
thank you for that,
Thank you.
for your years of service. I don't know if we level set, they talked about the financial picture of this first. With,
Yeah.
talking about
No,
10
we didn't.
I think it's important for us to all understand that we have about close to $9.5–10 million in requests and about a little over $2 million to be able to allocate these cases. So I think it's really important that not only do we recognize, first of all, the work that you do, say thank you to the partners and hear your pitches, because we know we have some of the best law enforcement officers anywhere in the country, and we appreciate your service and willingness to protect them. We want to take all these into consideration, but this is not just for you and police. This is for everybody that's in the crowd and that's watching. These are going to be extraordinarily difficult decisions. We've heard from about 200 and some folks who are tourism involved, tourism related, and probably be able to take care of the most 1/10 of their requests. So that in mind, thank you for always thinking forward. Thank you for always thinking about ways to partner and be at the cutting edge of providing protection to our community. And I can't thank you enough personally for both your relationship and leadership in this county. It has truly made a difference, Chief.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And in ending, I just say this. I come to you from Susquehanna Township with a deep sense of gratitude on just you listening to my requests, and my expectation is certainly not ever.
Chief, given Commissioner Hartwick's comments, can I just ask, are these in order of priority 1 to 4?
They're
or
not,
what would
sir.
be the priority for you if, for example, given our budgetary limitations, we're only able to fund one thing? What would be the one thing that would be most helpful? Okay.
The drone is the most impactful. The drone will save lives.
And you have the budget of the costs of each of these listed in your
It's in your
application
packet.
so that
Yes,
we're
sir.
able to see the differences. Okay. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Chief.
Commissioners, have a great day.
All right. Next up, we have Swatara Fire Rescue, followed by Swatara Township.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Commissioners. Pleasure to see you all. My name is Brendan North, and I'm here representing Swatara Township Fire Rescue today. I currently serve as the Chief of Health and Safety, so this project that we are asking you to help support today is rather important from a safety standpoint, not only for our department, but also the residents that participate in our events in Swatara Township. When we talk about tourism, we often think about the events themselves, fireworks, festivals, parades, attractions that bring the people together. However, behind every successful event, is a network of public safety professionals and volunteers who strive to ensure that the events are safe, accessible, and enjoyable for everyone that attends. Today, Swadera Township Fire Rescue is requesting your support by providing, in our request, $180,000 in tourism grant funding to purchase and equip a dedicated fire police traffic control vehicle to support tourism-related events throughout Dauphin County and central Pennsylvania. Our fire police unit provides critical traffic management, road closures, parking coordination, detours, and pedestrian street safety operations for a wide variety of events and visitors throughout the region in Dauphin County. Year to date, our traffic unit has responded to 223 incidents across Dauphin County. I'd just like to really highlight that there are not a lot of traffic units. This is a specialty niche piece of equipment that Swaterra Township provides. And again, I can't highlight enough that it does respond across the county. It also supports major events in the county. Some of those are the Central Dauphin School District football games, graduations, Battle of the Band events, and all events that are hosted by Central Dauphin Schools. We recently participated in the International Airport Show at Harrisburg International Airport, Make-A-Wish Truck Convoy, Greenbelt Community Events, etc. All these events that and many more, I know they're in your packet as well, provided by the township and Chief Iverson. Tens of thousands of attendees participate in these events yearly. I know I'm getting close on my time, but I just would like to most importantly highlight that this vehicle will ultimately protect and prevent line of duty deaths for our volunteers. It will prevent and protect thousands of pedestrians who are injured yearly in traffic-related incidents. And truthfully, this event or this vehicle could save lives at every event it participates in. And any
Thank you.
questions that I can answer for you,
It's a
Commissioner?
one-time purchase, not an ongoing cost.
Correct.
Okay. And is this the full amount of the cost for the vehicle, or is there other funding that's been appropriated?
To my understanding, the 180,000 is the full request, and Swaterra Township would work to fund whatever else is not provided through the grant process.
Okay. That's the extent of my questions. Any other questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This will be put. You talked and listed a whole host of events that it's currently being used at.
Correct. Correct.
So, is the actual traffic control device purchased already?
It is not. So we
Okay.
currently have an aging vehicle that's being utilized
So you
by
use a
our
vehicle
fire police.
currently. You want to replace it with a new
Correct.
modern.
Yeah, the vehicle that we have now is actually an SUV. It's a Ford Expedition. It is an aging vehicle, was kind of passed down by the previous user. So it's due for replacement. And unfortunately, being just that it's an SUV style vehicle, this new vehicle would actually have an aero board installed onto it. It will be set up and properly designed for traffic control and for protecting not only the manpower that's responding in it, but also better suited to provide the equipment when it arrives on scene for the pedestrians. So not only the traffic accidents, but also those preventative aspects of setting up in advance for events, carnivals, festivals, those things for traffic control points.
Really important vehicle. Really important for it to be
Absolutely.
deployed. The question I have though is, like a lot of these pieces of equipment, you have Derry Township and other surrounding municipalities
Absolutely.
that may have similar equipment, and I know they have their own events. You talked about working sort of intermunicipally with a couple of other events here on.
Absolutely.
What are we doing related to sort of the coordination of the equipment that we currently have and how it's being deployed?
Sure. So currently, our fire police unit consists of about 8 to 10 members. Those specific individuals work with the local municipalities in preparation of events. So there's countywide emails going out that are kind of working for that interoperability, if you will, on a countywide process for our manpower to coordinate. What we're seeing is there are not a lot of other departments that have this same type of resource. They're actually utilizing their police department for fire police services and control. We are very blessed that we have volunteers that are specifically tasked for doing the fire police. So that's where we end up getting called to other municipalities. Yesterday, I believe it was, we were in Derry Township at a vehicle accident where someone was trapped with our fire police because there just isn't, there's a lack of those resources. So
And
I
it
don't know if
seems
that
like,
answered
oh,
your question.
absolutely. And I just want to make sure that we're deploying them appropriately, but
Sure.
it sounds like this would be an excellent request for a gaming grant. It sounds like it has potential countywide.
It certainly does.
Yep.
It certainly does.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Appreciate it. Certainly.
All right, I have 2 grants for Swatara Township. So forward to,
You're all
I
aboard.
think you're stuck with me for a little while, except for Lieutenant Chateau. Actually, John Cherry will be doing the grant information related to our request for the splash pad. So the two of us will probably. Yes, I think I have that one here for you. So this request comes to you on behalf of Swatara Township. As you know, Swatara Township is one of the county's largest hospitality and tourism centers in Dauphin County. We're home to more than 20 hotels, representing approximately 2,500 hotel rooms. With an average rate of approximately $115 per night, our township generates more than $105 million annually in hotel revenue here in Dauphin County. At the current 5% hotel tax rate, that equivalates to more than $5 million in tourism dollars being distributed through the process. Those numbers are significant, but they're not guaranteed. Visitors have choices. They can easily drive 20 to 30 minutes to stay in Cumberland, York, Lancaster, or Lebanon counties. But what keeps people here in Dauphin County and in Swatara Township are the amenities, attractions, events, and experiences that make Dauphin County an attractive destination. We feel that Swatara Township plays an important role in that effect through our parks, recreational facilities, and signature community events. We help to create and encourage visitors to stay longer, support local business, and return again in the future. Today, Swatara Township is respectfully requesting $55,000 in tourism grant funding to support a series of community and tourism-driven events, including the Swatara Township Labor Day fireworks event, Swatara Family Fun Fest, and the Swatara Tree Lighting, and additional community events throughout the year. These events provide high-quality recreational cultural experiences that attract residents and visitors from across Dauphin County. In particular, the Swatara Township Labor Day fireworks event has become one of the region's signature events. Based on our estimates, we believe more than 62,000 people have enjoyed the fireworks event from our local hotels, businesses, neighborhoods, parks, and surrounding communities. This tremendous level of participation highlights the regional and impact these events have and the value they provide to residents and visitors alike. Part of our request comes to you to help support our event operation and logistics, our public safety support, entertainment activities and programming, and our marketing and promotion. We'd like to highlight a couple things specifically about our fireworks event. We've hosted this event the past several years. We are very blessed that we've had no major medical events, no acts of violence, and no criminal incidents. As part of the planning process for this event specifically, I can share that we put a lot of time and effort into making sure that this event goes off without any issues and that it is well attended by the bands that we have each year, by the DJs that are hired, the food trucks, and the vendors that are a part of the event.
in the circumstance that we can only fund a few of these events, do you have the detailed budget listed in your? All right. In the circumstance that we can only fund a few of these events, do you have the detailed budget for each event, like in the application?
I do believe so. If it is not in there, we will make sure that it is provided to you.
Do you know how much specifically for marketing a lot of this money is? I know some of it's probably for obviously talent and other things,
Yep.
but what portion would you say is for marketing?
Absolutely. So it was broken out for marketing and promotion for $10,000 of the 55,000. Entertainment activities and programming was 15,000. The public safety aspect was 10,000, and then the overall operation and logistics was 20,000. And we do plan that the marketing aspect would utilize billboards, our Facebook. We would do a mailer that would be part of that as well. Um, just making sure I didn't miss anything with that. But there is a plan in place. We do have it's, now that we've done it a few years, we've kind of been able to get our feet wet with it.
Very
So,
helpful. Thank you. Any
Certainly.
other questions?
all right, thank you.
We'll move to Swatera Splash Pad and then Swatera Police Department's on deck.
Right. Thank you, commissioners.
Great
you.
to see you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is John Cherry. I'm from Wolpert, who is the Township's engineer, and I'm here today on behalf of Swatera Township to introduce a project that really is to complement and expand upon the become a major regional asset, which is this Bishop Park and the splash pad that is going to be built at Bishop Park. We are not here today to ask you to fund a basic neighborhood playground. Bishop Park is a massive, multi-phased, $6 million destination project located right at Island Street near the Eisenhower Boulevard corridor. Because of that specific location, it sits right in the paths of thousands of traveling families, youth sports tourists, and regional day trippers navigating Dauphin Township every single week. So to get to the site at this point, the township is incredibly aggressive and physically responsible. We really didn't wait for a handout. We've been successfully secured first mix of ECNR funding, county gaming grants to completely execute the $3 million phase one groundwork, which should be completed in July of this year, which is the local bones of the park that is built and being paid for. Today, we're asking for a tourism grant of $250,000 to construct really the crown jewel of phase two, which is expected to begin later at the end of this year, which is a universally accessible, zero depth destination grade splash pad. The township is fully committed to this park. It will be completed. But without your partnership, the township will have to scale back this unique inclusive water feature that give it that regional draw. A scaled back splash pad really becomes that neighborhood park at this point. Fully funding it becomes a regional anchor. When families are in town for a sports tournament or visiting the county's attractions, parents are constantly looking for high quality dwell time activities to fill their afternoons. By helping us build this destination grade water feature, you give Dauphin County a beautiful asset that pulls those Allen County visitors off the highway corridors and funnels their foot traffic and spending into our local hospitality commercial businesses. And with that being said, I'd happy to answer any questions you might have about the project.
What's the total cost of the splash pad
Splash pad is
or this
estimated.
phase two, even if you want to call it that, whatever?
So, splash pad itself is estimated at $1 million.
1 million.
The phase two itself is estimated at over $4 million. Total cost is between for both phases combined is 6 to 7 million.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. What was the total cost again?
Splash pad itself is 1 million.
Okay.
Phase two approximately just shy of 4 million.
What is phase two then? Is it not a splash pad or what is it?
So phase two is completing the entire park as a whole. So phase one is really the infrastructure backbones. It is the construction of pickleball courts, parking spots, just really creating that backbone of the park itself. Stormwater infrastructure, creating installation of utilities, the pickleball court, things like that as part of phase one. Phase two involves the construction of amphitheater, dog parks, uh, as well as this splash pad, and finishing
Oh,
up the kind of the amenities themselves of what Bishop Park is to become.
and the only thing you're asking for funding for is connected to the splash pad
Yeah,
specifically.
everything else is everything really the backbone, what really sells the project and what sells Bishop Park is the splash pad, and that's what we're asking funding for.
Okay. What other funding have you secured? We're a quarter of the funding. It looks like.
So phase one has been funded by roughly a mix of DCNR C2P2 funding, as well as county gaming grant funding. Phase two
How much
is
gaming grant funding have you received for this project?
it would be just shy of $500,000, I believe.
Just shy of $500,000.
Yeah.
So the counties would be funding if we were to approve this 3/4 of it with.
So for phase two, so for the splash pad, so breaking apart here. So phase two for the splash pad itself, the township just received a $250,000 gaming grant for the splash pad itself,
Okay.
and we're asking for an additional $250,000 for the tourism grant. The splash pad itself is approximately $1 million.
And-
There's no additional outside funding for phase two. So the rest is for phase two itself, which is expected to be about $3 to $4 million, is funded by the township general funds at this point.
So
Phase one was a mix of DCNR C2P2 funding, and I believe the amount is like $1.8 million. And then there are 2 county gaming grants for the pickleball courts as well as the playground equipment, which is just shy of $500,000.
Okay. I'm just trying to understand. Let's just talk splash pad.
Yep.
I don't want to confuse.
Yeah,
So
understood.
just splash pad though. If we were to approve this, it'd be $500,000 that from gaming
Total.
and from tourism.
Total.
And where's the other $500,000 coming from?
County local
county
or
local,
township local.
township
funds.
local.
Yep.
funds. Okay.
Yeah.
That's extent.
Yep.
The other question. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Swatara Township Police Department, and then we have Tears for Tarina.
Good afternoon.
I am pleased to be here on behalf of Superintendent Stauffer, who is out of state today, and also our Board of Commissioners and all the residents of Swatara Township. Today, I'm presenting to you what we are calling Operation Safe Sleep. It's an initiative as part of our problem-oriented policing philosophy that we've adopted in Swatara Township quite a while ago, implementing initiatives to enhance the overall safety of our community. Swatara Township is home to 19 lodging facilities. The fire department said there were 20. One has since closed. And we have 2,229 rooms in Swatara Township. We are home to a lot of visitors through travel and tourism by virtue of the interstate highway system, which all intersects in Swatara Township. With that, it is a great place with lots of opportunities for business, industry, travel, and tourism. But unfortunately, it also is very attractive to criminal elements that engage in narcotics trafficking, human trafficking, violent crimes, and various thefts and larcenies that unfortunately occur in that area. We believe that it's imperative that we enhance the safety and the overall experience of the visitors that come to the Harrisburg-Hershey region. The Harrisburg-Hershey visitors agency had said that an ultimate goal is to increase the number of the tourism, the fiscal influx, and the benefits for the county. We would like to receive funding as presented by Chief Stauffer in the amount of $116,000 to provide enhanced directed patrol activities at our 19 hotels. In the past, historically, we've unfortunately had an extensive amount of narcotics arrests. We've had complaints filed by visitors, by families of their family members being approached by individuals offering various vice crime services to them. We've had shootings. We have had assaults, unfortunately, in our hotels. By implementing our initiatives, we have greatly reduced those crimes, which have enhanced the industry with those 19 hotels. we attempt to make sure that we are a good partner in the entire countywide process as we have visitors from all over the region and the country that come through Swadera Township to stay with us. So ours is very simple. We want to basically put more cops in the hotels, around the hotels, provide a sense of security for all the guests and visitors. Arizona State University, their Office of Problem-Oriented Policing, actually did a study on the visibility and presence of uniformed police officers in hotel lodging facilities, which did indicate that it increased the overall sense of well-being of the guests and visitors. It increased the frequency of visits to their various regions and ultimately did have a positive financial impact in the community. So again, I thank you for the opportunity to make the presentation today. I think Chief Stauffer presented the statistical and empirical data regarding our calls for service. Approximately 4.8% of all calls for service over the last 6 years were at our hotels, which was 4,677 calls for service. With that, I will respect and honor my time and ask if there are any questions from the commissioners.
Any questions?
I apologize for that. I'm
No problem.
We got a
clicking
prison
into
board
the
meeting.
prison board meeting. They
I-
need
we're-
us.
we're
They need
both
us
actually-
there
we
to
both actually
have.
We're all
They-
multitaskers in many ways, and I absolutely understand and
They need
respect
us
that.
on to have a quorum.
I understand. That is not a problem, sir. Thank you.
I'll tell you what, the folks from Swatara Township came prepared today. Very, very detailed, well presented, on top of things as usual.
Unfortunately, I'm the last one requesting a limited amount of money, but that's the way the chips fell today. And again, our project is just very straightforward, and it's just strictly safety for all the visitors that come through Swadera Township.
And as I mentioned with Chief Martin, it was unbeknownst to me the actual impact of tourism on public safety. And it's been pointed out last year and now specifically this year in person, the actual impact to our police, fire, EMS. Appreciate you bringing those numbers to us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you for your comments.
All right, next up we have Tears for Tarina, and on deck is Technology for Me. And just a notice to the public, at some point we will have to pause for about 5 minutes just to vote on some prison board items, as we're all members of prison board, and prison board started at 1:30. So once they get to those voting items, we will probably just do it right here, to be honest, and hopefully it'll be pretty short and sweet is our hope. So
In the meantime, please just triple check that you are all three on mute on your laptops.
I am on. Yeah.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. I am Angel with Tears for Tarina. Tears for Tarina is a 8-bed safe house for domestic violence and sexual assault. We service about 30 people, 30 families affected by sexual assault and domestic violence over the state. So we work with all counties. We do women and children as well. We provide emergency housing, food, including after-school snacks for children in the neighborhood, which are anywhere from 12 to 20 snacks a day. We provide clothing, case management, transitional living, transportation, and we provide them love. We are asking for tourism money because we put on several events throughout the community that are family friendly to bring awareness to domestic violence and sexual assault as we work with other organizations such as Respect Together. This is our 5th year, so this is our 5th sneaker gala. We have about 100 to 150 people that attend throughout the year. That doesn't include all several events, including our kickball tournament, our domestic violence walk to bring awareness. We have several community events to bring awareness to sexual assault and domestic violence. The sneaker gala is our huge fundraiser. It allows us to make repairs to the safe house and keep supplies in the safe house as well. So this funding will help us stay operational as well. I'm short and sweet. I just like to get to the work.
For your 5th annual sneaker gala, how many attend from outside the county or even like 50 miles away or further that might be, for example, getting a hotel room in conjunction with the event?
It ranges every year. The first year, probably 30% of our attendings came from Philly or Baltimore or York. And then our DJ came from Atlanta. She's originally from Lancaster in Harrisburg area. She came from Atlanta to help with promotion and to increase our attendance. So a lot of her family, friends, and following came as well. So it ranges.
Great. Where does it take place?
We usually have it at the Civic Club, but
Okay.
this year we're doing it at Be Seated on Paxton Street, a new facility.
What's the name of the facility?
Be Seated by us.
Oh, okay. I have no other questions.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you so much. All right, next up we have technology for me, and then Broad Street Market Alliance is on deck.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
All right, my name is Merrick Green. I'm the Executive Director of Technology for Me. So my gaming grant request is to host a crawfish boil here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So originally from New Orleans. I don't know if you've ever been to a crawfish boil, but the idea is to host it at a local restaurant here. It's part of a initiative or a series that I have to bring some culture, some New Orleans events to Harrisburg. And this is the first of a couple of that I'm planning. So basically, get a big pot, boil a couple pounds of crawfish, and invite people to come out for free. Host it at a local restaurant. So where Crawdaddy's used to be on 6th Street, the new owner who owns Coda Rouge, we're working together. I believe the new restaurant's going to be called Slice. It's in the perfect spot on 6th Street, has a patio and a balcony. A summertime type of event is what I am planning. So, like I said, open to the public. It'll be free for whoever attends, but that is the event. And like I said, it's a part of a series of events that have a lot of New Orleans culture that I'm planning to bring to Harrisburg in the next couple of years. That's it.
I've been down to New Orleans a couple times. Very impactful visits. Great place. Pat O'Brien's
Okay.
been there before. You, of course, have been to Pat O'Brien's. And then where's that place that has the grenade? A drink called the grenade. The hand grenade.
Yeah, I think it is have patios that you can.
Oh, that's a
find
patio.
there.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. But just an incredible place. But I've had seafood boil before. What's crawdaddy boil?
So crawfish are
crawfish
just
boil.
so crawfish are seasonal, so not like shrimp or crabs. You know, in Maryland you get crabs, you can get shrimp, but crawfish are seasonal most of the time, like February through the end of the summer. And they look like little lobsters, but it's a delicacy in Louisiana to cook them and to eat them and to share them with your friends. So I was in the military, and everywhere I lived, I pretty much had a crawfish boil, and it was always a good time. And so I've been here for about 5 years now, and I feel like it's time to bring this to Harrisburg, along with the other events that I'm planning during like the Cultural Fest July Music Series, and something I'm planning at the Susquehanna Art Museum.
Okay, and thanks for explaining that because so you're boiling crawfish is what it is. Okay, I thought there was like something like a seafood boil.
No,
you know
just
you know what I'm
crawfish.
talking about.
Yeah,
I thought it maybe
like
was
a
similar to
local-
that with everything mixed in with it. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I had crawfish when I was there. Very tasty.
Yeah, can be if you do them right.
Yeah, true.
How much of your budget is marketing?
About $500 or so. It's not a lot for marketing. I feel just we tap into what we're going to do at Slice, and social media really is what we're going to do. So we'll start off small the first year, but we expect to grow it every year.
Gotcha. All right, no questions for me. I am heading to New Orleans this summer for NACO, National Association of Counties conference. So you'll have to give me some recommendations of where to go, Mary.
Hopefully, crawfish are still in season.
Appreciate you.
And I'm going to sit here because I'm also here for the Broad Street.
I was going
Market.
to say, are you sticking around?
I am. I need to
Yeah.
get my folder.
All right, Broad Street Market Alliance is up next, and Civic Club of Harrisburg is on deck. Warden's going to text me. I told him to text me. Right now, it looks like just reports.
You can introduce yourself. I already introduced myself.
Whenever you're ready.
Parksdale. I'm the market manager of Broad Street Market.
Okay, I'm Merrick Green. I'm the treasurer of the Broad Street Market. So we're here today for a tourism request. So you all are very familiar with what the market is and what it does. So we're here to request funds to support our tourism efforts to consistently support a Third in the Berg event. So you know that in Harrisburg we have Third in the Berg. The market is the cornerstone for what happens at Third in the Berg. So we put together a plan to amplify what we do on Third and the Berg to bring more tourism into the Broad Street Market. In my walks through the market on Thursday, when I go for breakfast, I'll randomly talk to people and ask them, "Hey, where'd you come from? Why are you here?" And along with the locals that come to the market, we get a lot of people from out of town that either are food connoisseurs or market connoisseurs, whatever they may be, and they just sort of stumbled into the market because they've seen something on social media, or they visited our webpage, or they just like visiting markets. But the market, in my opinion, is a big attraction in Dauphin County, and we're trying to amplify what we do at the Broad Street Market through this tourism grant package. So we work with the city to try to figure out. We counted how many people, walk to the market. They put their counters out. There's a couple thousand people that come in the peak market days, and so we're looking for this grant package, like I said, to amplify our Third and the Berg events, to provide some staffing, additional staffing, because in a year or so we're going to open that brick building, and we'll need some additional staffing when that happens, and also to upgrade a few facilities in the market to make it a little more comfortable for the people that come there to visit the market. What else? I think that's pretty much the gist of it. I mean, most of it was in the grant package.
Yep.
I'll give you back some time if you
How
have
much for
questions.
marketing?
$25,000.
If we can only fund in part just due to the constraints that we have of, nearly 10 million in requests, only about a couple million to give, what would be the priority for you in your budget?
So three of the priorities kind of go hand in hand. Obviously, most importantly is that we want to make sure the Nuremberg events go off without a hitch monthly. Unfortunately, that's something that we had a sponsor for previous and had to end that last year, and the market just didn't have the funding to continue. A hospitality network event. I've worked in the hotel tourism industry for 15 years. I've made sure during my first year here that the market finally PRLA membership. But what PRLA does best is networking. And so to be able to host a networking event annually for sales directors, managers, hotel operators of the county to come to the market and actually experience would be a top priority.
It's a great idea.
And lastly, like the third priority would have to be staffing. I'm on the show down there in the city of Harrisburg. We do have a lovely volunteer board, but as you know, just the lifting and moving, the physical aspect of throwing events, having a lot of visitors here in the city and here at the market, it does require a little bit more than just one. So
Do you receive Harrisburg tourism funding?
we do not. Right now, we are 99% of our conversation with the city in terms of funding are for construction and operations. We have made extreme headway with them in that capacity for the last year. And I think for the next 2 to 3 years, I'd like the city administration to remain focused on funding for operations and infrastructure. When we get to a place where that relationship can be a little bit more balanced, I would entertain funding from the city for tourism.
Well, I think one of the things we've been asking regularly over the last 2 days, so this isn't this specific to the market, is that, Harrisburg gets 1.2 million, I believe, in tourism dollars, and we're asking applicants that are applying for tourism if they've received any Harrisburg tourism. And I think we've only had one that I don't even think they were confident that it came from tourism. Yeah, 25K, but we don't know if that was tourism funding or not. So just more stating that, those tourism dollars need to be going to a lot of these efforts that are city-based specifically, because the county shouldn't be the only. We want a partner, you know what I mean, in these. And obviously, we know the draw that the Broad Street Market is. People come from all over. Whenever I'm at the market, there's people from obviously the adjoining counties, but even beyond. And if people are, and I see it as also a tourism enhancer. People are already here maybe for something else, but then their experience is greater because they go to the market, right? Because it's one of those gems in Harrisburg that I think puts us on the map in a lot of ways. And so, yeah, thank you for your commitment. The market's a great place. Love it every time I'm there, and appreciate y'all's service in this capacity. Commissioner Priest.
I just want to comment and say the market is one of the jewels in the city's crown, and it's great to see everybody working together, finally getting to that point where hopefully we can get it reopened and bigger and better than before.
And I think we was number 6 on the list of things to do in Harrisburg. You Google it, that the Broad Street Market is to rank 6 of things to do in Harrisburg. So.
What could possibly be 1 through 5?
Hey, the capital.
Oh, that place.
Yeah.
And you know what? We are the capital county, and it's good to see the governor showing interest in your project too. So I think the more people that know about it, and all hands on deck. And again, as Commissioner Douglas brought up, we're hoping that in the future, and it was a perfect response from you on what your positioning is with the city right now, but down the road with all the city applicants that we're getting, we're hoping the city will engage in a collaborative effort with us to fund more of that instead of it all being on us.
And in the discussions with the city, the biggest thing is appropriation. So, we have to get into their budget cycle. So I think a lot of times, even as a nonprofit, you're like, hey, we'll just go and ask. But there is a process that the city follows. And a lot of times, if you show up after the budget process, then you're late. So now we're trying to get ahead of it and talking to the city and trying to get in their budget appropriation cycle so we can get what we need from them also.
Good. Well, good luck with that. I know it is owned by the city, correct?
Yes,
the
it
building
is.
and the property.
Yep, the building is.
Yeah. Understood. All right.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
For you too. I didn't give it to you.
Yeah.
so
If you have
can see.
anything to add, Eric, as you
as
used to have
the
Oh,
as the former chair of the Broad Street Market Alliance, I will obviously be recusing myself from any discussions or deliberations on this particular application.
Thank you.
thank you.
Appreciate you all. Oh, fabulous. Thank you so much. Sir. All right. Next up, we have the Civic Club of Harrisburg, and on deck is the Happiest People of Harrisburg. Solid name for an organization, by the way, the Happiest People of Harrisburg. Civic Club of Harrisburg. All right. I guess we get to meet the happiest people of Harrisburg. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Edith, last name Odubo. I am the president of the Happiest People of Harrisburg. Today, I am here to announce to us that there has been a huge divide between the African Americans and African immigrants here in the city of Harrisburg. The diversity here is beautiful. There's a lot of Africans moving in from different states and even out of from different countries. They've been making great impact in the city of Harrisburg with businesses and families, building families. And we have come to realize that the African Americans, there is a gap between the African Americans and the African immigrants. So we're trying to bridge that gap in terms of coming together to brainstorm on what we can do to empower each other, the young Black children, as well as the African children and immigrant families. So during bridging this gap would mean that we come together, we talk about how we're going to carry out plans on how to do this. And so we came about the Unity Conference. The Unity Conference is going to tackle how we can come together, create a day. It's going to be a one-day conference, coming together to brainstorm, to dialogue. During this time, it's going to be entertainment. It's going to be like a Unity Festival, I should put it that way. So coming together to dialogue, to talk about the challenges that we face and how we can bridge the gap and build strong Harrisburg, bringing our strengths together. During this time, how this is going to be impactful to the tourists, the benefits to the Dauphin County and the tourist attraction. Although this is going to be a one-day conference, it's which is expand beyond Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and neighboring states, major African immigrant hubs across the U.S., Canada, United Kingdom, multiple African nations. We're looking to invite people who have been here before and are able to come in to speak to African Americans about the importance of uniting to become a force that can be beneficial to Harrisburg and the United States at large. The influx of visitors will bring significant economic benefits to the region. Attendees will book hotel rooms, dining, local restaurants, shop in local shops, local stores, use transportation services, and cultural and recreational sites. funding will enable implementation of programs and activities designed to attract visitors from across the region and beyond, increasing awareness of the Dauphin County as a destination for arts, culture, history, and recreation. Uh,
If you have a closing sentence or something, you're welcome to share. Just a
Yes.
little bit.
With this conference, the Unity Conference, we empower youth through mentorship and leadership development, strengthening our economic base through business networking, increasing political participation and civic engagement, celebrate shared culture and identity, build bridges of understanding between African immigrants and African Americans.
Okay, thank you. When will this take place? What's your date or your target date?
Anticipating November 20th.
November 20th. And where? Do you have a location?
King Mansion.
King Mansion.
That's another beautiful place that we want to showcase too. Harrisburg has a lot of beautiful places.
What's the marketing budget?
About, I think it's 50.
Not necessarily tickets, just like marketing, like getting the word out about the event.
Getting the word
and
out.
sharing.
It's I don't have the numbers here. It would be.
It might be in your application. I'm not with
It
your
is.
specific
We put
application.
all the information in the application,
Okay.
including the budget, everything that will be.
Okay. I can find that information. What other funding sources have you secured?
So we are looking to send out letters to which in the past companies or organizations that have supported us before in the past. We had a beautiful cultural event 2024 of December 2024 at the Best Western, and we had beautiful support from local businesses. So this time we're also looking to reach out to them. Last time was a huge success. So we're also looking to reach out to them, which is estimated $5,000 to $10,000 should come out of that.
Do you expect like 50% participants local, 50% participants from out, like 50 miles plus away? The only reason I'm asking is because you have a one-day conference.
Correct.
And we really want to, try to emphasize hotel stays.
Yes.
And so, just curious what you anticipate your population. You had mentioned some people coming from overseas.
Yeah.
Do you think that's like 20%, 10%?
So from
what are you going to
overseas,
target?
it's not going to be a lot, but within the United States, coming out from Atlanta, New York, New Jersey, the neighboring states, as well as from Canada, which is just here. So there's going to be a lot of neighboring states and even beyond that are going to be coming in. So that's going to be our major base coming in from, because we need also entertainment. There's not a lot of cultural or traditional entertainment from within here, so we're bringing people from outside as well for that.
Okay. That's the extent of my questions. Other questions?
I'm just glad I returned to the happiest people of Harrisburg. I see a lot of smiling faces. Very nice to meet you. Thanks for your presentation.
Thank you so much, and we appreciate all that you're doing for encouraging this and all the other supports that you have given to nonprofit organizations. Harrisburg is a beautiful place, and I've raised my kids here. I want to ensure that this program is going to move. It's going to bring people here and showcase the beauty of Harrisburg.
Thank you.
Thank you, Edith. All right, next up is the Hershey Partnership, and then on deck is the J.T. Dorsey Foundation.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Ann Messner. I'm here with the Hershey Partnership, the Hershey Chamber. We're an organization that has been around since 1995, if you haven't heard about us. We connect businesses, nonprofits, attractions, restaurants, retailers, community organizations. We meet every month, every single month, and it's like one of the best things that we do. We have about 150 members with small membership dues. So they get certain benefits in our organization, but truly what we're here for today is for the tourism grant request. We are making requests today specifically to tourism because it's one of the strongest economic drivers in Dauphin County. Tourism doesn't happen by accident. People have to know about the experiences that are available here before they choose to visit. This funding would allow us to market Hershey more effectively, create compelling visitor experiences, and provide the resources needed to encourage first-time and repeat visitors. We are on our second phase right now of website enhancements. We've gotten some funding in the past for phase two, which would help us to modernize our website, which is currently in the phase that we're in right now, which is phase two, expanding tourism content, event calendars, visitor itineraries, trip planning, business directories, mobile optimization, attraction and event promotion, and event tour integration. So we're trying to combine pretty much everything that we offer as our services for the region. We have an event called the Advent Tour Series and a Taste of Hershey, where we're really trying to market to the local restaurants, retailers, attractions, and the seasonal experiences in downtown Hershey and the Hershey region. This is one of our examples that we're really trying to encourage participation, is to get more people into these businesses, not necessarily the ones that have the fortunes in their advertising dollars, but someone that we can use from a smaller business perspective. Our membership dues are so minimal that we try and keep everybody in business and have everybody be a part of our organization. This year we're running our 20th Hershey Soup Cook-Off, with the benefits going to the Hershey Volunteer Fire Company. We've raised more than $70,000 in support of nonprofits in our region and drawing visitors from central Pennsylvania and the outside regions of Maryland, New York, New Jersey, and really truly generating awareness of Hershey. Really, part of our grant is specific to event promotion, regional advertising, marketing materials. The Soup Cook-Off's not just for the people in our region, but it introduces them to the businesses and attractions and experiences that encourage future visits. We also had our second chicken barbecue, which is hard to believe that there hasn't been a chicken barbecue in Hershey in, I think, 20 years. We have publication local advertising, again, which we need marketing and tourism promotion for. And that's sort of how they're all tying together, but I'd be happy to answer any questions for you. So that was the Soup Cook-Off Barbecue Advent Tour and marketing for coming to our region.
What's the total budget for marketing and promotion?
So there's two different portions to that. There is a direct marketing and promotion, which would be $15,000 for the website and the publication and advertising of $6,000. The Advent Tour Series, Soup Cook-Off and Chicken Barbecue, is a tourism event marketing and visitor attraction combination. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, total is right about at our halfway mark, about $25,000.
Okay.
Questions?
Yes, you mentioned that you have 150 members.
Yes.
It's been years, but I did go to a couple of meetings years ago. I remember there were folks, the businesses that were outside of the Hershey confines. So
they're not.
Yeah.
Our membership goes as far as Tennessee. We have people that come in from out of state. For the most part, it is Dauphin, Cumberland, Lebanon, Reading, all of those regions. We have, again, a fluctuating 150 members, all the nonprofits. Again, it's a great networking opportunity for people to come together. We put together the Soup Cook-Off and the Advent Tour Series to really try and bring attention and opportunities for people to be able to market their businesses and come and showcase their business.
And where are you located now? You used to be right there.
Yes, we were
across from First Watch.
Tika
for
Shack
years.
is.
Yes.
We're down at 1135 East Chocolate. We run a visitor center there. And again, we are all volunteers, and we are a nonprofit organization that I'm a volunteer, and everything we do from ribbon cuttings to the breakfast hosts and everything is all volunteer run. So.
Do you partner with VHH much at all? Get the word out, or
we have not and do not, probably the past 20 years. We had a visitor center that they participated in for a year or two, and we were told that that was no longer, they weren't available to do any assistance with us. So we made it through COVID, and we've been here since 1995, and we know that the people are coming, and we want to market and show everything that there is to see with everyone.
Well, you have new leadership there now at Visit Hershey Harrisburg, and Sharon's actually with us. She ran the farm show for many years, so I think the two of you should connect at some point as well.
I think it would be awesome. I would appreciate that very much. Yes, we really truly enjoy what we're doing, and if you haven't been to our soup event or the chicken barbecue, those things are we just love doing, and we want to do a restaurant tour. So
Again, I'd suggest figuring out a way to create a partnership and figure out how that all fits into the tourism strategy. And your additional partners, are HE&R a partner? I mean, I know it's local downtown businesses, but sort of tell me, you know, it's just a contributing member organization. Is that sort of how you derive?
It's sort of how we derive, correct. There are a couple reciprocal members, whether they're nonprofits or we have reciprocity with certain members, such as entertainment and resorts. We have the Hershey entities and active participation with them, proofreading our materials and giving us approval for distribution to make sure all of our copyright needs are met with entertainment and resorts.
Because I know you've been a part of a couple of grand openings that we were part of, the Baco one specifically.
Yep, coordinated them.
And again, you coordinate those for the local small downtown businesses.
Correct. And that's all just part of our services that we offer to try and, again, get good visibility for the new businesses. We just did Cocoa Kitties and Palmyra ribbon cutting.
Cocoa Kitties in Palmdale.
Well,
kind of Palmdale.
Kind of
Palmyra.
Palmdale.
And then the Baumburgers, Baumgarten.
We did
Flooring,
Baumburgers, we did
Representative
Baco,
Haffey
we
was
did
there. Next
Yarn,
to Fox's, or the old, is it still Fox's, or what's it called?
Carnes, and the Yarn and Book Club also. Again, we're just welcoming people and trying to get them the exposure that they need to sustain their businesses.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, next up we have JT Dorsey Foundation, and that will wrap up this hour, and even though we're running a few minutes behind. And then we will have the Links Foundation following. Just a reminder, we will at some point as commissioners have to jump onto this prison board call. We'll find out when that is, and we will do it at that point.
Okay.
All right.
I can't tell if this is on. Is this on?
It is.
Okay, thank you. I'm Jean Troy with Daza Development, here
Nice
to
to see you.
represent the JT Dorsey Foundation. Nice to see everybody again. Like I lived here. We are asking for, let me get the numbers here, $25,000 to assist us with putting on the Counter In Summit for female competitors and female athletes. Is based on the national U.S. soccer's curriculum of Counter In, and it directs its efforts not just to soccer, but to all sports where young women and women can participate, and the lack really of that capability, leadership, and understanding. JT Dorsey is a worldwide former U.S. and professional soccer player. His name carries a lot of weight in the sport and in the area. So we want to do this. It targets the youth sport program administrators and leaders, your directors of coaching, executive directors, GMs, and ADs, youth coaches across multiple sports. And this is all happening as a summit in central Pennsylvania. Female youth team captains and leaders, parents and guardians, semi-professional female athletes. And it's a workshop for club leaders and administrators over August 8th and 9th. Excuse me, that will focus on strategies to increase female participation. There's also coach education sessions. So it covers quite a bit. Female athlete leadership forums, and then a community soccer clinic, because, he's got to do his soccer, for girls ages 6 to 12. It will take place at Harrisburg High School, and part of the $25,000 will go towards, of course, as has been mentioned many times throughout the last 3 days, towards the marketing and development and targeting who we want to do it through the usual sources of marketing. So you will all be recognized with that. As a not particularly athletic person, but I recognize the need for athletics and for young women in particular to get involved. I think this is a phenomenal program to get them involved, to help the coaches understand more that women need to be included. And it is a step up, slight pun intended, with soccer, to get women involved in sports. And I think it's great. And we're delighted to be partnering with JT Dorsey on this. I think I just open it up for questions because, I try to keep it short for you guys.
Yeah, thank you for your commitment to gender equity and athletics. It's very important. Can I ask, when it comes to the students, what age groups are we looking at here?
So the soccer clinic is for ages 6 to 12, but the participants are older than that, probably high school to younger women. In that, so it's from everywhere, all around Central PA, but bringing the nationally known people and coaches from across the country.
Gotcha. That's the extent of my question.
Very familiar with the JT Dorsey Foundation. I'm very familiar with the JT Dorsey Foundation and him.
He's
I
awesome.
know he's been a recipient of grants here in the past, and I know we've supported his events in the past. So thank you for presenting.
I'm glad that's great.
Yep.
Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hey guys, I'm gonna miss not seeing you anymore.
All right, as we're starting a top of a new hour, I'll kind of give a briefing on just how this process goes. Some of you have been here and seen it, but basically, your name will be called. I'll also note who's on deck, just so you're prepared. When your name is called, you'll come up to the table. You'll start by stating your name. Once you state your name, clock will start. You'll have 3 minutes to share. We're very grateful if you don't use all 3 minutes, but you're certainly welcome to use all three. Please do your best not to go over if you can, because we might have some questions that follow up. We've allotted 5 minutes to every single applicant, and as you can tell, it's 2:06, so we're 6 minutes over even now. And those stack on each other over the course of hours, and we will also have to take a break because we're needed on prison board for some voting items, which at any moment we could get a text saying we need to be present on there, and we'll be present when that time happens. Or they just ended the meeting, so maybe they did everything without us. I don't know what's going on. Maybe we're good.
I saw public comment. I mean, Pam was the last to present.
All right. Well, apparently the items were voted on, and we're good to go. All those in favor? Aye. Okay, look at that. We just got some time back there.
I abstained. I didn't hear anything that they were asking.
Before
No,
we,
no.
before we start the next
I would
hour,
abstain again.
As we start the next hour, so just a reminder, you'll have 3 minutes, and then there'll be questions. The other thing I want to note, just for the public, you guys have given your heart and soul to these projects. We get that. Just do your best to summarize if you can. The other thing we want to note is the growing popularity of this program. I think we have close to $10 million in requests, and we have, I think, right around $2 million to grant. So just know if you're not fully funded or not funded at all, it is not a reflection of your application, of the good that you're doing in the community. We're so grateful for you. We're going to have some hard decisions to make once we get through all of these application briefings, but we're thankful for you taking the time to go through the process. So we'll begin now with the Links Foundation, and then on
really
deck.
quick. Before that, I just want to do a double check to make sure no one from the Civic Club.
Oh yeah, is the Civic Club here by chance? That was one that wasn't present during the last hour. Thank you, Eric, for catching that. The Links Foundation, and then the Middletown Home is on deck.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Miss Knight Burney. How are you? Hello, how are you? Good to see you.
Thank you all for taking the time to meet with us today. We appreciate having this opportunity. I'm Dr. Sybil Knight Burney, and I'm here with as president of the Harrisburg PA chapter of the Links. I'm here with my assistant financial secretary, Mary James. I'm just going to cut to the chase. We are here to ask for your support of our application of $6,000 funding to support our gala, which will support our programs and our scholarships. So we are the Harrisburg PA chapter of the Links, which is part of the Links Foundation. We have nationally over 17,000 members and 299 chapters here and abroad in London and the Bahamas. Here locally, we have about 26 members, and we are very active. And the reason that we're having this gala, which will help to fund our programs, is because this is our 50th year of chartering. We were chartered in 1976, so it's really a big deal, and that's why you've never seen us before, because this is the first time that we are celebrating in this fashion. So our gala will be on October 31st, and the very next day, we will be hosting a Founders Day, which is statewide. So the gala will bring in lots and lots of people, as well as the Founders Day that we will be hosting for our state for the Links Incorporated. I don't know if you know anything about the Links, but
I do.
we were based on two friends from Philly who were friends, and they wanted to do public service. We have 5 major facets that we operate off of: arts, I have to do this so I can remember, arts, health and human services, national trends and services, international trends and services, and health and human services. And that's what we base everything around. We've given in the past few years over $70,000 in college scholarships. And our programs include everything from getting diapers and hygiene, feminine hygiene products for women who are in shelters, to putting together um, libraries for preschools and adopting a school. So we've got lots of different programs that we've started, and we're here ready for your questions, and we thank you in advance.
Great. I see the estimate is 152 guests.
160 at this point.
Okay, great, perfect. October 31st, November 1st. How many do you anticipate will need a hotel stay that evening? Like how many hotel? If you had to guess, how many hotels
Well,
you'll
what
occupy?
we've done so far is that we've reserved 25 rooms at the Crown Plaza and an additional 10 rooms at the Harrisburg Hilton.
Okay.
And the 2 days are kind of two separate groups of people. Primarily for the October 31st, it'll be mostly local individuals, whereas the following day, they will be throughout the state.
Great.
But because of our networking, we know that those who are coming on the Sunday will also be here for Saturday, a portion of those people.
Good. I have no other questions.
I'll follow up on a question you have asked others. Have you received any funding from the city of Harrisburg?
No, we have not.
And the reason we're asking that as a group's here is because not only do we have a pool of money, which is a little over $2 million, and Commissioner Harvick, how many asked? 12 million?
About 10, close to 9.5, 10.
9.5, 10 million. The city also gets 1.2 million a year in tourism. So we're hoping down the road to do more collaborative efforts with them, because a lot of actually all the recipients are coming and asking the county for money, and that's why we're asking the city provide any for the funding as well.
Well, we were unaware of that, but we will definitely look into it next time. But thank you.
Mrs. James, always a pleasure to see you. Dr. Sybil Knight Burney, a pleasure to see you. And I also want to thank you. I remember even as the mayor of Steelton, way back in the day, one of the first introductions I had to the civics experience has been the dedication and work of the Links organization. I know that you have been involved with this community for 30, 40 plus years, and I know the value and the level of service that you provide to those in need and taking care of those pillars. So thank you for all you've done and continue to do, and we appreciate both of you staying active and civically involved in the way that you have over the years. You've really made a difference in the community.
And thank you.
Appreciate you. Yep.
Thank you. We appreciate it very much so. And thank you all for your time and this opportunity.
Next up, we have the Middletown Home and the plant which is on deck.
Good to see you, Ms. James. Yep. Hello.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Mm.
This is Christy Thompson. I'm Lou Vogel from the Middletown Home. You know, Justin, you're absolutely correct. You know, there's only so much money. I counted, I think there are about 192 requests. And the spirit of humility, there are only so many resources, I understand. And frankly, I sat here on Monday morning and I listened to many. And if there are folks who are in greater need than us, then I understand. So I thank you. Thank you for your continued generosity and support of our Middletown Home. We're a small, independent 501c3 not-for-profit community. We care for people of all ages. We have students who live on campus, we have staff who live on campus, and we have folks that you may think of as residents who live on campus. The folks have lots and lots of money. They can go anywhere to live. But what about the folks in this room? Maybe some of you who have very, very limited resources. Who cares for those people?
We are public servants.
Yeah. And we say we the Middletown Home. It is not about profit. It is about people. In transparency, the summer concert series, that's what's listed. Our generous partner, RKL, they've already given $18,000. Okay. We've asked for 25, but they've already given 18. We know that we have 5 different bands. We actually have, I think, we see a colleague here, the Hershey Vineyard, who participates, and we have many organizations who participate, everyone from Rotary, the Lions Club, to the Moose. Really, the top name that we have this year is the Amish Outlaws. How could we do that? We did that because of the generosity of RKL. But in addition, I just want to share, we have Pumpkin Fest. So many folks, it's become now a regional event, easily 10,000 people. We have a total of, I believe it's 10 bands. And why do we do this? We don't do it for money. Every single year, we underwrite over $500,000 for folks who run out of funds in what we call assisted living. No one pays for that except whether it's the resident or ourselves. And so we do this to share the message, hoping that people understand our journey. Because you know what? It's not popular, but we absolutely love it. It gives us such fulfillment. And so what we ask is that if there's any resources available to help us to underwrite some of these costs, we would appreciate it. And again, it's our largest fundraiser, that is Pumpkin Fest, and we can share that with you. And my goodness, we have the fabulous Grease Band to start. We have Class Act with Rita, that's an oldie, and Aaron Cruz comes in from Florida. Stop. We have Jess Zimmerman. We have the Mahoney Brothers. We have Cats 22, Smooth Like Clyde. Who doesn't love them? Lovelace, the 70s band, and the Uptown Band. And for the summer concert series, we have the Uptown Band, the Nomads, Lovelace again. We have Jess Zimmerman, and we have, again, the Amish Outlaws. So I'm going to stop talking real quick. Do you have anything that you want to share, Christy? Just say something. We just love her.
I love our ministry, and I think this is a way we can reach many people about our mission.
Again, we don't have any fancy presentation. We don't have any fancy folks who put together proposals. We are the corporate office.
You did a good job. You did a good job.
But-
Can I just state, I was in Middletown just yesterday and drove by, and you guys do a good job also utilizing the roadway for marketing. Like, it seems like there's, if I'm remembering correctly, I saw the big banners stating the concerts were coming and they're free concerts. And so,
Well, I've got to tell you that our PMA 10 years ago was just Dauphin County, which is where we are and it's what we want to protect. But our PMA has grown from as far west as the tip of Franklin County to the far east tip of Berks County. And we message through all that. And again, it's about truly bringing in, we're talking tourism. So, yeah. So,
thank you for all you do.
and we thank you for your consideration.
If we had a open position of marketing, I'd vote on hiring you right now.
He's pretty good.
I've been by before. I haven't been at Pumpkin Fest, but some of the concerts you have, there's thousands of people at those too. And I didn't even know about it until like 3 years ago. And actually, a former employee of ours, Dan Robinson, took me over there to meet with you, and took me through. And you ran over, and I was just, wow, what an impressive facility you have. And the mission is pretty cool too.
The mission is everything to us.
Yeah.
So,
very nice.
Even, I know the conscious here is impressive, but even most importantly, the dignity you provide to individuals. Many times, the late stages of their life is one that I've personally been there and witnessed and saw. The level of integrity and respect that you give to individuals, it's extraordinary, particularly for a family member, well received. So
we often say that it's like David and Goliath, and we're the David, and that we're for the underdog, and that is our mission. So,
thank you.
If you would like, I'll just leave these things here.
Bring them up to the dais.
But I know that you have lots of other folks to listen to. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Sure you're not on radio?
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, I am with Michael Park.
Of course. Of course. Okay, we got some extra ones for folks in the audience if you want them.
All right, next up we have the Plant Witch, followed by the Salvation Army Harrisburg. Yeah. Yeah, bring them on up. Hey, Ash, how are you? Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Ash Zimmerman. I am the owner and founder of The Plant Witch, which is a houseplant and metaphysical boutique located right here in downtown Harrisburg. I looked at our downtown corridor, an area that's navigating a tough parking crisis right now and tough foot traffic, and I didn't see a reason to walk away. I see an opportunity to invest here in Harrisburg. We thrive because of our small businesses and our unique spaces for people to go, people coming off the Amtrak, people even in the Harrisburg airport area. We are a destination that forces state workers, corporate employees, and visitors to break out of a daily productivity loop. They get to see real live plants. I have very rare, special ones inside the shop, and being able to see that and realize that we are human beings, not humans doing, realizing that nature is right here in front of us. We carry anxiety prevention flashcards, tools for people to slow down and come back into their bodies. In our short time open, the Plant Witch has already become a regional draw. We routinely have visitors, friends, and family traveling from outside the area specifically to experience our shop. These are visitors who are dining in downtown restaurants, booking hotel stays, and pumping dollars into our local economy. By supporting my business, you would be supporting a proven micro destination that gives travelers a distinct, memorable reason to choose Dauphin County over neighboring areas. If awarded this grant, I have a clear, multi-layered plan to turn the Plant Witch into a permanent anchor for downtown Harrisburg's tourism economy. First, I would like to focus on the physical foundation of our shop. We need to modernize the space to make it fully welcoming and safe for visitors. This means leveling the floor to ensure a safe workspace, replacing outdated ceiling tiles, and most importantly, fixing our restroom facilities so that they are clean, accessible, and ready for public use. By adding new high visibility signage to the front and interior of the store, we would transform it into a landmark that catches the eye of everyone walking through downtown. Investing in the Plant Witch is an investment in the diversification and revitalization of downtown Harrisburg and Dauphin County. It proves that Dauphin County stands behind its young entrepreneurs, its small businesses, and its grassroots tourism drivers. Thank you for your time, your consideration, and your continued dedication to making Dauphin County a great place to work, live, and visit.
Ash, thank you for that presentation, and thank you for your commitment to downtown Harrisburg. As I've been part of the governor's team to revitalize downtown, we know the risk that it is to be a small business owner in downtown right now, and we know the challenges that you're facing. Thank you for bringing this to us. If we were to say not be able to fund this in full, but in part, what would be your priorities within your grant? I see some like signage as an option. I see some, marketing that might draw people to the region. What are some of those that you would highlight as a priority if we were only able to fund in part?
My priority would be creating staff and creating jobs. We would be able to do product making if we were able to do this. The problem is that I can't ask an employee to come in without safe access with the flooring in the back and the bathroom.
All right. Any other questions?
Just with some of the business changes, does the city run like a Main Street, Second Street? Some of these sort of CDBG structural piece, those pieces should be a part of a larger effort to
They should.
sort of engage businesses and support operations, both signage and some of your structural issues. But have you been aware of, or is there anything to apply for the cities?
I have not seen anything to apply for. I've seen a lot of opportunities for nonprofits, which is incredible, and those keep our city alive. I have not seen a lot of opportunities for small businesses.
I guess it would be Main Street and Elm Street. This would be sort of Elm Street. Obviously, thank you for your investment in local small businesses. Great idea, your courage to present some bigger things. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And thank you for being part of the city. I'm going to ask the question, because it's been asked before, did the city provide any funding for anything for what you've done to date or for any of this?
Not at this time.
Okay. Can you touch base with Brooke on your way out from economic development? Commissioner Harwick mentioned few funding opportunities, but she might be able to tell you about some others as well that maybe the county could potentially assist with for some of this infrastructure upgrades, et cetera.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And I have one following question. You're in a Harristown property, correct? Yeah. How does it work for making upgrades to a rental? Or I'm just more curious when it comes to us like participating in that. Is that like I'm more thinking through is that something that Harristown can partner with you on, or is there?
Creating like these repairs.
Yeah, meaning repairs to the unit, given that it's a Harristown unit.
I did ask when I moved in, and they said it was completely my responsibility.
Okay, all right, great. That's all I wanted to make sure of. Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Yep.
All right, next up we have the Salvation Army Harrisburg, and the Singers Lounge is on deck.
Hello. Thank you.
How are you?
My name is Tony Mark, and I am here with the Salvation Army Harrisburg representing Shoe Strut, which I think all three of you might have attended at one point. But the Shoe Strut is our 15th year, was started as a small event with a group of women who came together to try to figure out how to raise money for shoes for kids who need them, and it is now a massive event, drawing in around 800 women to the Hershey Lodge in October this year, all to raise money for the Salvation Army and, of course, to bring in shoes for the kids who need them. So it's a great mission, great service. But what I really wanted to showcase for you in this packet is the number of different partners that we bring in through this different event. Part of the event is a silent auction, an enormous silent auction. And you can see in this silent auction that we have about 6 pages worth of different companies and organizations that have chosen to provide their services, gift cards, whatever it might be. And a large amount of them, you can see, are in Dauphin County, which drives further people into our county to shop, continue to use the services and products here. And then there are about several pages after that showcasing the number of partners that are not in Dauphin County, showcasing that they are willing to invest in Dauphin County and the events and the people that are here. And then the second page, similar thing, just the event partners and the different sponsors that we have. Again, I wanted to showcase to you the number of partners that are willing to invest in Dauphin County through this specific event. And then, of course, the ones that have chosen to market their services, driving people back to Dauphin County through Shoe Strut. So I know there is some familiarity with the event. It is the must-go-to event of the year for women in our area. A number of businesses send their employees. We have many women who plan their family vacations around this and bring people into the community. And I know that there are a number of very worthy missions, very worthy nonprofits that are applying for funding through this program. But I know that the focus here, when you have to be choosy, is to figure out who drives tourism and who drives future economic development for this region. And the Shoe Strut brings those women together, and men, handful of men, brings those women together not just for October 2nd, but for long after.
I'd be more apt to do it if we could see Commissioner Breitz instead of 6-inch stilettos.
There's a runway show, so we might end up on the catwalk.
I think you heard what you got to do to secure this grant.
It's late in the day. My apologies. In reality, I would actually end up being 5'8" and 6-inch stilettos. So I get it.
Great look.
Bringing it back to tourism for real. How many hotel stays do you anticipate?
You know, we have a couple,
I would assume some, but I don't.
Yeah, a couple.
Okay.
We always have one there for storage, but the truth is a lot. We don't have too many that will come and stay overnight.
Gotcha.
But several that cross from other counties. We don't capture guest address information, so it's a little tough.
Yeah.
We do capture the sponsors and attendees, their businesses, and we know where those are located, and those are diverse and all over. So we know there's a lot coming from several areas around us. But I can tell you we certainly do pay a lot in the the lodge fees and
Yeah,
different
yeah.
things going on
No,
to throw
definitely.
the event. So
As you have close to 800 attendees, I just encourage you to work with BHH. There's some tools you can use to kind of track your attendees for future applications. Those are, and I say that to everyone in the room, by the way, that's not just to you. If you're not tracking your attendees and the zip code that they're coming from, that can be very good data that some people are able to bring us data of, like, 40% of our audience is coming from 50 miles or further away.
Yeah.
That tells us more likely than not they have a chance to stay in a hotel or to spend more here because they're coming from somewhere else. They might try to make it a Hershey Park day or make it a day to visit Harrisburg the day before or the day after. So just if you have the ability to track that or can get access to some tools, might be helpful information just to have for future applications. But I appreciate what you brought forward, and obviously we all three know the value of the Salvation Army and all the great work you do in our community. So thank you.
Your organization is incredible. The amount of lives that you touch, the amount of lives that you change in a positive manner is untold. And by being a commissioner here for my 15th year now, I've been to many of your events, and you see the faces on the kids and the people in the community who are being impacted by your great work. So thank you. And who'd you bring with you today? He's quiet over there.
Luke Gallion. I work for Delta Development, and we work with the Salvation Army.
Tell Leroy I said hello.
I'll do that.
And Lou, Lightning Lou, is he still there?
He just left, actually.
Oh, okay.
I would just say it looks like October 2nd is on a Friday. To sort of partnering with BHH around, we've got the folks in town. How could we sort of maximize their Friday night experience? Like, those are the kind of things and that kind of partnership that I think would strengthen both the application, not the value of the work you do, because that speaks for itself. It's phenomenal. It's a great event, but it may, provide a way to track and see additional tourism dollars come in and, sort of constitute investment.
yeah, great idea. Thank
Yep.
you. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Singers Lounge is up. On deck is the Vineyard. I can't handle it with you two. All right. Singers Lounge is up. Vineyard's on deck.
You don't want to hear me sing.
Thank you so much.
Hello, Ms. Harrison. How are you? It's good to see you. Thank you.
Hi.
It's a beautiful site.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. All right. Good morning, commissioners, and thank you for your time. My name is Eris Smallwood, and I am the founder of the Singers Lounge, a Harrisburg live music collective I started 10 years ago in a small basement venue. For a decade, we have produced monthly R&B showcases that regularly sell out, drawing more than 400 attendees per show. Approximately 30% of our audience travels from outside of Dauphin County. I have spent 10 years proving that I can attract people to Harrisburg through music. I also helped manage the Weekender Festival held in its first 2 years at Reservoir Park, and I created Harrisburg's first Juneteenth parade, which brought together more than 80 organizations and hundreds of participants. We see Lounge Fest as the next evolution of music tourism in Dauphin County. The success of the Jazz and Wine Fest has shown that people will travel here for quality music experiences. We want to bring that same energy to a new genre and a younger audience. Lounge Fest is a one-day outdoor R&B festival on the riverfront built around a simple theme: come lounge with us. Our goal is to create an experience that is visually unique, highly shareable, and showcases Harrisburg as a destination. R&B is the most consumed music genre in the country, and its core audience is concentrated in nearby markets like Philadelphia, Baltimore, D.C. We believe Harrisburg is uniquely positioned to attract those visitors by offering a more memorable experience at a more affordable price point. Demetra will now walk you through the numbers.
Hi, Commissioners.
Hello.
My name is Demetra Diggs, and I'm of Demetra Geneva Solutions. And my role in this event would be to oversee the project management, marketing efforts. For this event, we would like to do a very aggressive marketing campaign. We we already know from some previous festivals that our county, the people that are coming from outside of the county, about 80% Jazz and Wine Festival. So we kind of use that premise to kind of help with our marketing efforts so we can build marketing ads around digital spends, geo-targeting areas, because how are we going to get the message out to the people outside of our county? So we have to find them. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to do a highly aggressive marketing campaign with digital ads. We're going to use influencer campaigns because people will travel for food, they will travel for experiences, and they will go to remote towns or areas like ours to be able to have that experience at a lower price point. And so this festival is actually an extension to what the Singers Lounge has done. They have exceeded at every venue that they've had, they have outgrown, and this is just like a natural progression where we're organically already getting about 1,500 people for an event like this.
You mentioned marketing, promotion. What of the total $75,000 budget will be utilized for marketing or promotion?
Sure thing.
I'm sure it's in the packet. Sorry, I just didn't know if
That's
you knew off the
okay.
top of your head.
When we did the numbers just with some of the media partners that we've had to pull off something like this, it would require about a 30,000 ad spend for us to really get to the audience that we're trying to bring back to the area and to convert into hotel sales. If we get up to, we're looking to try to reach about 450 out of county guests so they could come and spend time at a hotel, which if we get 30% of that, then we would probably look about 115 hotel nights for this one event is where we're positioning that. So
Can
that
I,
portion, and then the other 45, the other amount, because we don't have relationships where we have in-kind donations from the city, we would have to be on our own to support those efforts.
That was my next question. Have you
Okay.
received any city funding or any city subsidies?
No, sir.
I like this event a lot. It looks amazing. I think I mean, I love the visuals you provided. I don't know if they were created by AI or not, but I do think, like, obviously seeing these landmarks kind of done up this way, like it gives a vibe. It's really, really, really cool.
Yeah.
I know the public might not be able to see it, but like even just the entrance to the bridge, like that's just a cool idea if that was able to be executed. My only question is there, I mean, I'm not trying to expand what you're doing, but I do think one of the things that I think when it comes to tourism is a value is if it's possible to be a 2-day event, only because then it enhances the likelihood that hotels will be stayed instead of someone driving back to where they're from, or if they're, you know, a few counties over, maybe they choose to stay a night in Harrisburg. And so, I mean, on paper and obviously what you provided, great visuals.
Are you offering double the funding?
I'm not, but I'm not sure what funding we'll be able to provide, to be honest, just with the request. But I guess I'm just more saying, as you continue to build on this, obviously I'm not telling you to change what's going to, you know, take place in August. I'm more saying I think there's an event like this could be something really amazing happening over a weekend, and the case for tourism is only enhanced if it's multiple days and we can prove those hotel stays, you know what I mean, or enhance those hotel stays. But thank you for your vision. We need more people with vision like this in Harrisburg, and obviously, Eris, your vision through the Singers Lounge. It's something that we've seen that you, over a decade, have been committed to, and highlighting music and highlighting the local talent that we have here in Harrisburg, and we're grateful for that.
I like the synergy between the two of you, and the success of the Singers Lounge as a county entertainment business success has been remarkable. So great job.
Thank you.
I just think from a vision perspective, I agree with Commissioner Douglas. That's how I want the city to look. You know, I mean, this idea of having those high level events, and you know, your vision, and Dimitri, I know you certainly have the flavor for targeting and marketing and ensuring that we've got the right audience there based upon those tools. And I think trying to connect with Sharon so she can understand sort of that vision and how those marketing dollars would be used would be sort of helpful information for all of us to be able to have. So we can only not only benefit from your knowledge, but partner on some of these initiatives, because I think that's the kind of vision that we would like to see for Harrisburg.
Thank you.
So,
And if I could have a moment just to address Commissioner Douglas, we did consider, if we should do a 1 or 2 day event. It's something that we would like to grow into, but for being a first year festival and just the expansion of the Singers Lounge, we thought more if we position the timing. So if we make it if we play with the timing, then people will more likely stay overnight than they would just having enough time to drive back home.
You can definitely do a time, so that's good too.
and man, the club over there would benefit as well. I mean, the One Piece had all of those be like VIP
Yes.
established thing near the river on both sides. That'd be one heck of a sight.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, we have the Vineyard at Hershey, and on deck is Theater Harrisburg.
Hi, good afternoon. All right. Oh, my name is Lynn, and I am the owner of the Vineyard and Brewery at Hershey.
Hi, Lynn.
Hello. I don't know if you've known that. Took it over last year. So we are known. Thank you. So we are known for our summer concert series. So we bring in some national and regional acts. So our concert series is so much more than just entertainment. It is an economic catalyst for Dauphin County. My booking series, or our booking philosophy is intentional. So we look at regional and national acts that are going to have customers that travel. So last weekend we had the Urban Guerrilla Orchestra from Philadelphia. Over 75% of attendees were from Philadelphia, so they have a known group that travels. We have this weekend, we have the Reaganiers, which is an 80s tribute band that travels all over the Mid-Atlantic. We have Mark Roberge of OAR, and his bands are notorious for traveling all over the United States. We have Boathouse Row from Philadelphia. They're coming out in August. We also have Adrenalize. It's a Def Leppard tribute band from the Atlantic region as well. And then we are going to end our summer season with the Reggae Fest in September. So we have a female headliner from Baltimore, Maryland, and then we also have another group coming in from the Philly area. So we attract artists who want to make a weekend of it. We average about 800 to 1,000 guests per concert, with conservatively 40% or more staying at least a night or two in a hotel room. So we're looking at about 22 to 2,800 overnight visitors throughout the summer to our local county hotels. Our 7 larger concert series help fuel the momentum of economic development in Dauphin County. It's projected to generate anywhere between $960,000 and nearly $1.2 million in direct visitor spending throughout the county. So that's getting people in restaurants, retailers. All of our local economy is going to benefit from our concert series that spans the entire summer. So it started last weekend and it's running all the way through September. So live music becomes the invitation to get them to Dauphin County, but Dauphin County becomes the destination. So we are looking for a $25,000 investment to upgrade our sound and stage for each of these concerts. So we need a professional sound and stage equipment to attract the acts that are going to bring thousands of people into our county. That single investment will help sustain our event series and generate more than $1 million in economic impact. It's one of the best investments that we can make in our county. Thank you.
This is for purchase of pro sound and audio, not rental.
We are renting the stage, and
Okay.
then we are bringing in professional sound for each of the concerts.
Okay. The only reason I'm asking is purchase to me would be like year over year benefit. But this is basically rental just for this summer series, correct? I just want to make that distinction. Okay. How much do you spend on marketing these shows? I mean, I've heard of your concerts regularly, and I don't really know. To be honest, I don't even know how. I mean, even before I was a commissioner, I heard of your concerts, so I just think they were out there, friends, people buzzing about it. But I'm sure there was marketing being done that I just didn't even notice.
So we do usually anywhere between 2,000 and 3,000 per concert. It's a combination of social media. We have radio. We have emails that we send out to our email list. So we definitely try to spread the word, and then word of mouth, of course.
Yeah, you've had some big names there. I mean, in the
We
past.
have, yeah. And we're looking to grow. So the relationships that we have built so far have been fantastic, and we're just looking to grow them.
Mark from OAR, that's a massive draw.
He is out on the 27th, just saying.
27th of this month?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. And he's bringing Michael Paris with him.
You do a great job of putting together. Incredible. You have evening. I know I've been to several events at Reggae Festival for years. Lots of.
Yes.
I remember we had a festival every year at Dresden Park. This certainly filled that at least in some outstanding soldiers.
Yeah, and to be a female owner, have to have a female headliner.
One of the premises that we try to push for the tourism dollars is heads on beds. And from the times that I've been there, I literally don't get there till late, so I have to walk 15 minutes to get to the actual venue. But there's so many cars there, and I do take a look. When we guys take a look at the license plates, and there's folks from Connecticut, New Jersey, New York, Maryland,
Absolutely.
Ohio. I mean, they're coming in from all over the place.
I think it's very important for us to curate the right artist list so we have people who will travel. And I think we've done a great job of that.
I agree. Well done.
Thank you.
And congratulations on being the official owner.
Thank you.
Next up, Theater Harrisburg. On deck, the Berg.
Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me. My name is Lorian Mahay. I'm the Executive Director for Theater Harrisburg, and I'm here today to present our tourism grant application for our historic 100th anniversary season. We treated our entire centennial season not just as a look back at the past, but really as a strategic marketing engine to aggressively pull in regional audiences across county lines and into the heart of Dauphin County. We built this entire milestone season around deep civic roots. So 100 years ago, the women that founded our company met in the basement of the Harrisburg Library. And so we started by partnering with the Dauphin County Library System to present a reading of the first show that we did back in 1926. And then from there, we kicked off our centennial at the King Mansion with a New Year's Eve spectacular birthday party. We anchored Center City Tourism with our production of Guys and Dolls, which was our first musical, actually, back in the 50s. We collaborated with the the Harrisburg Art Association, forgive me, where we sent art performers to their centennial gala, and then they actually sent plein air painters to our centennial gala, just helping to further break down some of those silos and build some collaborations across the entire county. And then all of this we did while we maintained an economic steady footprint at our home venue at the Krevsky Center up in 6th and Hurlock Street. The absolute pinnacle of our centennial celebration, though, happened just a few weekends ago at the Forum Auditorium, where we decided to do a large collaboration with the Harrisburg Symphony Orchestra. We united their orchestra with the powerhouse talent of our local community to present Follies in concert. This historic collaboration brought 73 different artists and musicians and crew members to work, as well as 895 patrons over the two performances. We managed to secure more than $50,000 in sponsorships and underwriting from individuals in the community who just really wanted to see this event happen. And we also brought in approximately $34,000 in box office sales. So we ensured that the event could be sustained, that we would be able to support this program. It meant a lot to our organization. But we essentially took everything that we made and used it to support this event. So largely our ask of support from Dauphin County is really helping us to ensure that we are able to move into our 101st season in a strong position.
Great. Of the $50,000 request, how much is for marketing?
Approximately $8,000 was for marketing. I will say we were lucky in being able to secure some in-kind marketing between billboards and radio, television, online, anything that we could do to basically partner, we did.
Great. Do you receive any city support?
We're actually not eligible for city support because we're located on 6th and
Oh,
Hurlock,
you're in Susquehanna. Okay.
just
My
over
apologies.
that line.
No, that's understood. Yeah. That's the extent of my questions.
I know how hard you work to sustain Krupski's engagement in the community. Put on a great show. So, I mean, if someone continues to find ways to get it accomplished, I'm grateful to be able to partner to support all that you do. So,
Thank you. I will take a moment and just say, we are very proud of Harrisburg, and we're very proud to have been part of this community for 100 years. And so thank you all for everything you're doing to support all of us as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up is the Berg, and on deck is Township of Derry Industrial and Commercial Development Authority.
hello.
Hello, my name is Meg Caruso. I'm the co-founder and executive director of Sprocket Neuroworks. I'm also the co-owner and creative director for the Berg News, which I'm here representing on behalf of Third in the Berg. Third in the Berg is a monthly community arts and cultural event on the third Friday of every month. We are here because we need our biggest hurdle is marketing. So Third in the Berg was doing fantastic before the market unfortunately burned down. A lot of the small businesses were experiencing foot traffic. And so we've been putting in a lot of effort to revitalize that. The Berg hired a Third in the Berg coordinator who's been doing social media.
Who is that?
That is Sky Kadzow.
I spell last name?
Kadzow. And her first name is Sky, Skye. So the footprint of Third in the Berg isn't just Midtown, it's also downtown. So if you think of all of the businesses like the Plant Witch, Third in the Berg would potentially market to just get more foot traffic to these businesses. There's also so many restaurants, there's the art museum, there's a lot to offer. And I think, unfortunately, until the market gets rebuilt, that was the original hub. Everybody would come out for music. We need to do our work to support these local businesses. And we have a lot of ideas. So food trucks, music, other events to just bring people in. But if we don't have the marketing dollars, nobody's going to hear about it.
Did Third in the Berg start in 2015?
So Third in the Berg has been in existence much longer than 2015.
But it was taken over by the Berg in...
Berg adopted.
Okay,
Yeah,
great, awesome.
because it was a small group of people and they were ready to set it down, and the Berg picked it up and has been offering free advertising for it ever since.
The only reason I asked is I moved into the region in 2015, and Third in the Berg was like my introduction to almost all the small businesses in Harrisburg. It truly was. Like, I didn't just pop into small businesses as frequently as I would on a Third in the Berg when there was, it was directing me, go here, go here, go here, see this here, see this here. I mean, I think it exposes locals to the small businesses, but also regionally, there's a lot of people who come over for it. So is the majority of this budget marketing, or what portion, do you know?
Yes, almost the entirety of the budget is marketing.
Okay. That's
and
good.
so that would go towards photography. It would also go towards video. In this day and age, people really respond to video.
Yep.
And more traditional marketing, so just print ads, brochures, and we need an upgrade to our website.
Mm-hmm. Do you do a lot of work with VHH? Do you guys partner together for Third in the Berg stuff?
Explore HBG markets and shares the Third in the Berg for sure. And Meg has been part of our art district expansion conversations. But beyond that, VHH has it on the calendar of events as well.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
I don't have any comments other than keep up the great work that you've been doing.
You always bring a lot of light, including on the Sprocket side. And I appreciate the investment that we make. Looking over to Eric, we talked about the street market and it being sort of finalized. And there has to be some necessity businesses until that is. So I think that you certainly are in a time where you make extra.
And I'm certain once the market is officially rebuilt, that will become the community hub again. I really miss going and just seeing everybody come out and eating food, listening to music, and I know that the small businesses benefit. So it's just a matter of time. But if we had support for these businesses in the meantime, I think it could be even better once that happens.
Thank
you. Thank you.
Next up, Township Dairy Industrial and Commercial Development Authority and Travel Chances on deck.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hello, gentlemen. Commissioners. Thank you for having us.
Thanks for being here.
Intro?
Yeah, I just want to do a quick intro. My name is Michael Corrado. I was part of the original committee, hard to believe, going back 20 plus years, that did the Hershey New Year's Eve celebration. A small group of us met at the Hershey Public Library, put the group together, and it has really grown into something that is, we never would have thought of at the time. It's become a regional event. As Mr. Prees alluded to, I look at license plates, and that evening when I'm in town, and there are a lot of license plates that get called around, that I should say get called around, that are around the area that are in fact attending that event. So I'll kick it over to Lou for the particulars, but again, thanks for hearing our request.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, the event really has become the preeminent New Year's Eve celebration on the East Coast. We've had USA Today mention it as a top 10 family-friendly New Year's Eve celebration in the country. So it has really had a lot of accolades. It's family-friendly. Evening starts with children's music, children's activities, live bands. We have food trucks throughout the evening, kiss rays at midnight, pyro and laser show that has gotten really rave reviews the last couple of years. Obviously, what you all care about is the tourism component. Annually, we have over 10,000 people attend the event. We estimate that at least 50% of those people are out of town based on the license plates, based on when we're talking to people during the day, setting up. The families are downtown trying to figure out where everything's going to happen. We say, where are you from? They say New York, New Jersey. The hard numbers this past year's event, between just the Hotel Hershey and the Hershey Lodge, there were 850 rooms occupied on New Year's Eve. And I don't think a better example could be than we had a band 3 years ago that was from Scranton. There were 12 members of the band, and I worked with one of our sponsorship partners to find 12 rooms that night to put them up. And the closest we could get to the closest we could get them was the Harrisburg Hershey Marriott there by the Target. So after they finished playing at midnight, they still had to pack up and go up to Harrisburg and spend the night because there were no rooms in Hershey. So we'd be happy to answer any questions you have.
Fabulous event. Took my family this past year. My parents were in town. They loved it. It was a good time. If you guys could work on the weather, not make it so cold, that'd be helpful. I mean, I think it's a great family, like you said, family focused. My kids are now old enough to where, we're not doing the New Year's Eve countdown at 9 o'clock on YouTube, and telling them to go to bed. We're staying up till midnight, and it was a good time staying up with them and to be out. And like I said, I thought it was very professionally done, well done. You walk off the street, obviously, and it's a unique, one-of-a-kind kind of experience if people haven't experienced it before. So thank you for all you do. I think it spotlights Hershey, and, Hershey in its own right is a tourism attraction, but I think utilizing this holiday to do it, it's a really good event. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And obviously you saw that the restaurants are packed that evening.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
Starbucks
impossible.
was nonstop going all the way. Yeah.
Yeah, so it
A lot of
does
activity.
have significant economic impact on the region.
I have to add, you failed to mention year 5. You had a young lady play that evening who the next year was an international superstar, and that was
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande played. And
I
we're
think
like, who is
actually
this?
She
Next
actually,
year,
I think,
she's-
pronounced her last name differently when she was
Grenade.
in Hershey.
Yeah, when she was at Hershey, yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
and then shortly thereafter, it became Grande.
Yes.
That was year 5. And the next year she was.
Yeah. How about that? Well done, John. To you and your team.
I think the accolades, one of the best New Year's events. You obviously, you've got national level of recognition, and I've been down there for the last several years. I don't know if there's a bigger draw on a night than that particular event. So continue to line up the talent. I wouldn't change a lot to there. You don't have a lot of space to do so.
Yeah, we get great reviews on the children's musician Holly Serio. She is now. This is last year was the second year, so now she has a following. Got a lot of families that come for that early. The bubble wrap stomp, we do that right in front of the stage. Kids love that. So.
Didn't you have a mom from Michigan whose daughter son was coming in to propose to his girlfriend at the event and set it all up the week before? I think you were saying.
Yeah, we had to deal with some logistics there.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Well, thank you, Lou. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate this event.
Thank you, guys. Hope to see you that night.
I'm gonna borrow some of that hair.
Yeah. Next time.
Next up is Travel Champs. On deck is Tri-County OIC.
Request permission to enter the bench.
Mr. Bowski, how are you, sir? Good to see you. Hey,
There's two of them. I think. Is there two attached?
no,
Is there a copy?
I have 2 sheets.
Yeah, we supported it. We provided the hotel.
Mr. Reese, how are you?
Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is John Roboski. My business partner president is Joseph Scrignoli.
Joe.
We're the owners of Travel Champs. What I presented to you was 2 handouts. The bottom colorful handout is the annual report that we submit with to Brooke and I guess to you folks for the use of our funds and what our economic impact is. This afternoon, I present the top page. This will cut to the chase. You have been previous supporters. And for tourism, I've heard a lot of questions on, what are you bringing into our community? So I'm pleased to report, this is just on last year's numbers. So we're based in Dauphin County. In 24-25 season, we brought in 543 youth hockey teams, 28 adult hockey teams, and that event has generated over 43,000 visitors and attendees just to Dauphin County. We had over 10,192 hotel room nights booked in Dauphin County hotels. And more importantly, we brought in over $1.78 million in hotel revenue alone. That's exclusive of any taxes. That's exclusive of any other spending in local restaurants, which you're all familiar with. So we are a for-profit company, but we partner with so many nonprofit companies that we offer our services for free. We offer financial sponsorships, and we also do, in some cases, some revenue sharing. So just to highlight a few of the high-profile nonprofits, the Troopers Helping Troopers Foundation, through the Pennsylvania State Police, the Puck Hog Hockey Foundation, they support the wounded warriors and the veterans for like sled hockey programs. The Rotary Club, so in addition to ice hockey tournaments, we are now expanding into other events such as golf outings for local charities such as Hamilton Health Center, such as the Rotary Clubs, Gem is Angels. Gem is Angels is a Dairy Township-based company nonprofit that goes out and delivers fruits and vegetables to homeless people, shelters, and senior centers. Certainly, we support and are members of the Hummelstown Business and Professional Association, driving business to downtown Hummelstown. We were big supporters of the Hummelstown Criterium over the last few years that they were in Hummelstown. Certainly, we support and brand with the Hershey Junior Bears, and we really count on your continued support. Tourism grant allows us to continue attracting out-of-town visitors to fill the local hotels, dine in local restaurants that you're familiar with. At the same time, it allows us the ability to continue to spend dollars into the nonprofit communities. So in closing, Travel Champs is proud to be Dauphin County business generating tourism, economic impact, and community benefit, not just for one event, but for the whole entire year.
10K hotel room stays. That's a lot. How do you track your data?
Great question, sir. So these numbers are given to us right from the hotels because we are a travel agency, and so we get the hotel pickups right from the hotels.
I have no other questions.
Is one of your strategies, because my kid played travel hockey and baseball, and I remember going around and we had an individual in here for the Big 22, I think, or one of them was telling us that, oh no, it was the baseball guy, the future stars.
Future star.
And they would schedule games on Friday night at like 8 and then and then Sunday at 8 a.m. So they had to stay 2 nights. So you guys use that same strategy?
We don't have enough ice that happens automatically. So most of our, if not all of them, are minimum 2-night hotels. Not required, but that's because they are.
That's brilliant, though.
And because the amount of games, our consolation games are typically played on the last day, guaranteeing teams 4 games. So it naturally turns into 2 night stays.
I think you've developed a strategy around maximizing stays, investment hotels, almost the definition, textbook definition, why these dollars should be made to make those investments occur and see additional revenues as a result of that investment. I wish we could sort of replicate the tracking mechanism that the other providers, rather than just talk about license plates. It'd be good to see hard data that talks about what's invested, what the contribution is, and what you're asking for here is de minimis related to the overall spend. So I think it's obviously a compelling and good application, and we appreciate all you bring in revenue to the tourism industry.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys. Thank you very much.
Next up, Tri-County OIC. On deck is True Abundant Life Community Outreach. Is Tri-County OIC present? All right, we'll head right into True Abundant Life.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Chad, go on.
Again, good afternoon, commissioners. Thank you so much for having me. And I also want to say that you're doing an excellent job with the county. If I may add, is that I'm a little biased toward the county and Pennsylvania in general, because I am a 5th generation of the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. My family migrated here in the late 1840s prior to the Civil War and have such a great, rich history right here in Dauphin County. So I am a bit biased. True Abundant Life Community Outreach is a nonprofit social service public charity that has proudly served the public for 11 years with 27 volunteers. Our mission focuses on strengthening the mind, body, and spirit of the everyday person through multiple programs, resources, mentorship opportunities, and supportive services. We work to enhance and improve the quality of life for individuals and families across the region. Our annual Health and Education Back to School Prep Fest is a county-driven event that we have successfully hosted for the past 3 years. Each year, the festival welcomes more than 300 visitors from across Dauphin County, Cumberland County, and events from out of state as well, even from out of state as well, individuals. Last year, we welcomed families from Mechanicsburg, as close as Mechanicsburg, all the way from North Carolina, Ohio, New Jersey. We're all in town for reunions and other events. And we like to call this a season to add an extra additive on those individuals that are already here and looking for something to do here in Dauphin County. The festival is completely free to the public and provides a wide range of resources, including health screening, financial literacy education, Pennsylvania education institutions, community agencies, and family-supported services. Even our elected officials, many of those also attend this event. The purpose of the event is simple, but yet powerful, to ensure that our youth and families are equipped, informed, and supported as they prepare to return to school. We promote healthy living, provide access to local resources, and remind our youth of the importance of staying drug-free and violence-free. Today, I respectfully ask that you partner with True Abundant Life Community Outreach as we continue to make a meaningful difference in the lives of so many together. We can strengthen families, uplift communities, and build healthier and safer future for today and for tomorrow. If I can add, is that I recently retired not long ago from local government Commonwealth of Pennsylvania after 35 years of service. And I will add is that even though Main Street and downtown districts are most popular, we want to help bring some of the visitors outside of the city and they get a chance to maybe see the historic Allison Hill and other areas because quality of life is very important. And many visitors may have considered moving here, but they only know of the downtown area and things. So it's very important to also allow them to see other areas of the city. And the Sunshine Park is right in the middle of Uptown and Allison Hill. I had the opportunity to grow up in Uptown Harrisburg and also lived in Allison Hill. I now live out, of course, in Oswego Township. But I do know that there's so much to see in other areas. And I would often, as a policy specialist for the Commonwealth for 35 years, I would often encourage municipalities to also encourage tourism and encourage guests and to see other areas of that municipality, other areas of the city, so that potentially it will ultimately maybe they would, like to make that their home. And so at this event, we offer many of our financial institutions as well as educational institutions and collaborate with a lot of businesses so that people that are visiting the city of Harrisburg on that weekend will see that Harrisburg, Dauphin County specifically, have so much more to offer other than, of course, our great downtown and City Island, all the most popular things. But we have a lot of history here in the Dauphin County. And as I said, me being the fifth generation, I'm knowledgeable of a lot of that. And if I also can say is that we also would like to we've done in the past 3 years, and this year we are really tackling again as many of the challenges, such as perhaps drugs and violence and those sorts of things. So we just want to make sure that we have resources there for everyone, so that we can ultimately help enhance the city and the county and make it a wonderful place to stay and visit for future.
Thank you, Mr. Chapman. Do you receive any city funding at all?
We have not.
That's the extent of my questions. Thank you for all you do for the community.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
It's a great event. Hope to be there.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, please send invitations to the commissioners.
Absolutely. And thank you so much, Commissioner, for attending our mental wellness luncheon.
It was a fabulous event.
Yes, and we had so many individuals there from out of state.
Yep.
And hopefully they will come back. We're looking for them to come back on August the 22nd as well. Thanks again. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
We are starting the top of an hour, the 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock group. We need a bathroom break. We've been up here for a little over 2 hours. So we're going to take a quick 3 to 5 minute break. Let's get back as soon as we can, guys. And then I'm going to go ahead and level set for everybody really quick before we go to break. We'll call your name. We'll tell you also who's on deck. When you come up, you'll state your name into the microphone, and then your time will start. You'll have 3 minutes. We're encouraging you, if it's possible, to make it less, even better, just because we might have questions for you or comments or things that we might want clarity on. We know these are passion projects for all of you. You've put a lot of time and energy and effort into this, but we have hundreds of these that we've gone through. It's been a long last. This is the third day of it. So we're thankful for, hopefully we can get out of here by 4, but we'll see. If we go over, we go over. We want to make sure everyone gets the time they need to express their application. And like I said, 3 minutes, and then we'll have some time for questions, and then we'll wrap it. If you can be as concise as possible in your responses to the questions, that'd be great. We'll be back in just a couple minutes, and we'll get started with this last hour. Thanks. We will begin with the Twin Valley Players, and Unite Central PA is on deck.
Well, hello there. How you doing
Hello there
today?
again.
Good to see
Look
you
at
all.
this.
That can't be right. No.
I am Twin Valley Players today. I'll put that hat on. I drove up here 3 days in a row from Millersburg, so you know Millersburg's a world away.
All tourism.
I'm bringing my own tourism into Dauphin County. Twin Valley Players, as you know, the colony itself has been around since the 20s. The first movies like the little talkies and the silent movies, so it's just a great place. I don't know if you've ever been there, but it has the big C marquee. We're asking for funding for publicity for the Twin Valley Players. Everything's half price of your regular movie theater and theater arts production on this side of the mountain, so it's very affordable. We bring in a lot of people because of your past support. We sold out the last 2 years all 9 shows, and it's like a Broadway quality musical, so it's cost about $30,000. We are asking for $6,000. That's going to be mainly publicity and posters, social media marketing.
So all marketing.
All marketing,
Gotcha.
yes. And, that just keeps this small town of Millersburg thriving. We have people come from all different towns surrounding. We do have a couple hotels that are growing in Millersburg. So we have the ones in Halifax Inn, and then you have Lycan's Lodge up there by the golf course. But just a great place. And I know you want me to talk fast, so I'm talking fast. And it's just a wonderful theater arts production. A lot of kids, we don't have any access to the arts, especially in the valley. So it's in at least a 25-mile radius, so they don't have transportation or anything. So there's places like the Colonnade that have the road show year-round, and they have their big summer musical and kids drama camps. So they do a lot with a little. As you know, with COVID, theater arts took a big hit, especially the movie theater, because they were closed and people were scared about coming out into the movies. But they've really had a full recovery with a Herculean effort from all their volunteers. So just wonderful. Another wonderful bright spot in Millersburg. Any questions?
Do you use any metrics to track attendees, like
Yes, we
zip
do.
codes, or yeah?
So we had nearly 1,500 for the summer musical. Summer drama camps, kids age 8 to 14. We have 76 last year. Not sure this year. They're doing signups right now. And then for our road show, they go out and do their road show for others. And I think that was about 300 and something last year.
Do you track where they're from?
That's a really good question. Yeah. I don't know. I know families come from out of town to see their grandchildren stuff in the theater arts. This year's We Will Rock You, they're doing that.
Awesome. I've encouraged many other applicants and any other applicants in the room listening to this just to make sure you're tracking your attendees if you're an event-driven one, in the sense of even if you want to work with VHH for what tools exist to do that, to just track like zip codes, because for future applications, it can be real good to show the merits of how you're bringing people beyond a 50-mile radius more likely to stay in a hotel.
I'm going to check on that. They might do it because they do a lot of pre-sale, so I'll have to find out if they track the zip codes.
Thank you. Anybody else?
I just think it's a wonderful facility. I've had a chance to tour it many times in the past, including the one time Sue Helm was able to generate some funding from the state level, which
Got rep for
helped.
many years down.
Yes, I remember that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Unite Central PA. On deck is Valley Flying Discs.
Lottie, how you doing?
Hi, Evan.
How are you?
Good. Hello, my name is Claudia Kenya of National PA, the founder of a nonprofit organization. We came into existence 6 years ago. We do a lot of community-based events. We also transitioned to a boxing club, United PA Boxing Club, rated in Harrisburg. We do eight sanctioned USA sanctioned boxing tournaments a year. But this last year, we got awarded the Golden Gloves of Pennsylvania, which is a prestigious event, 101 years old. It's a nationally ranking tournament, and also for next year, it's an Olympic qualifier tournament. So next year, whoever wins the state will go into the nationals, and they win that, they qualify for Olympic trials in December next year. We had a lot of people coming in from 167 registration up Central Pennsylvania. We control Central Pennsylvania. We got awarded the Central on Golden Gloves. We also got awarded the state Pennsylvania Golden Gloves. So our Central brought in people from Allentown, Reading, York, Chambersburg, Palmyra, Lancaster. Those at Scranton area, and Wilkes-Barre. Then after that, we had Pennsylvania, the state championship, where we housed that
downtown at Scottish Rites Ballroom, where Pittsburgh came, and we housed hotels and Days Inn with 12. We had 12 fighters and 20 coaches. We housed at hotels. We had over 600 attendees out of town, out of town, out of Harrisburg that came into our city. Um, we just the funding we got from was sponsors. That's what we got for our funding from. So we next year with the Olympic qualifiers, we have to pay up to the state about the Golden Gloves. I just want to run over the participants how we had it. March 7th, the first Central Golden Glove is 276. March 14th, 314 participants. Then the championship of Central, we had 344. The state championship, we had 376 where we was cut off because the crowd, they cut us off. Couldn't have no more people in there. So it was altogether 1,310 people that came to the Golden Gloves championships.
Great. This event already occurred, correct?
Yes.
What was the marketing budget within the 20,000?
The marketing budget was about 1,700. And we paid Pennsylvania Golden Gloves 12,000 just to host the 4 events.
Gotcha. What do you have to pay next year since you're doing the Olympic qualifier?
When the previous contract we had with them, they talking about 17 to 18,000, but there's nothing confirmed yet. We have to have a meeting.
Have you ever met with the Visit Hershey Harrisburg folks?
I connected him with Greg Cook.
Oh, great.
He came down to my gym.
Okay, the Hershey.
Greg Cook came down to my gym.
Harrisburg.
He the one to help me get the Days Inn.
Yep.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I mean, this is something that puts us on the map too. An Olympic qualifier. It's about as big of a deal as you can get.
Yes, sir. So the big thing here, obviously, no, they are not getting Harrisburg money, but we are looking at being able to expand this to be able to get them a bigger gym so that way they can do more. Unite and 4 of my other nonprofit partners are joining in to be able to do an indoor-outdoor field and boxing center for our kids in the area. So we are looking at sites now to be able to bring everybody in and do this in all ways to be able to collaborate between different nonprofits, but also different programs for our kids in the area.
And Commissioner Harkin, I'm not sure if you heard him, but he said one of the fighters was from the town adjoining Hershey. Elmira, I didn't hear anybody coming from Steelton this time.
Well, their actual boxing gym is located right on
there,
the outskirts.
Right there on the outskirts of Steelton, like a block down Steelton.
It's close to. So if you ever want to go down and check it out, it's right next to Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen, right across the street from Dairy Queen. It's our building.
Exactly where it is. Yes. Never gone in.
They're looking for
a punching
50,
bag.
No, 50+ fighters, Mike.
Please invite us next year for this. I think all of us commissioners would love to pop in.
Yes, I invited George. He couldn't make it.
Give a proclamation for the boxing.
Yes.
For a tournament like this. These are the types of things that, like Commissioner Priest said, help put us on the map and draw people here. So thank you both for your commitment to this, and appreciate you.
And Claudia is a U.S. Olympic boxing coach. You know that?
Yeah, he is.
That's pretty phenomenal.
He's sending kids out. He's leaving tomorrow.
Yeah, we're leaving Friday. Yeah, for them. Wichita, Kansas National Championship.
Awesome.
One of my girls is the national champ, so she's going to retain her title again, hopefully.
Fabulous. Well, thank you for your
Thank you.
Yep. Valley Flying Discs is up, and Visit Hershey Harrisburg America 250 PA concert series is on deck. Oh, I got pulled. Sorry. Okay, my apologies. Is Flying Discs here? No. Wesley Union African Methodist Episcopal Zion Church, and then on deck is Whitaker Center for Science and the Arts.
Reverend Miller, how are you, sir? Doing good.
Reverend, how we doing?
Good.
Hello, Terry. Miss Terry Redmond in the building as well.
Good afternoon, everyone. I heard that the time got cut back from 5 minutes down to 3 minutes.
You look like you could box.
Okay, I'm
just saying.
I'll reclaim my time. But this joking. I am Reverend Dr. David T. Miller, pastor of the Wesley Union Zion Church, which is the oldest African American church here in the capital city of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Our request has been put in because we needed some work done at our church, that being a new roof. 2 roofs that have been damaged over time, and work needs to be done on those. Our church itself has definitely out there in the community, not in the community, but also nationally and globally. Being the oldest African American church in the city, we acquire individuals to come in to check out our church. And while they come to our church, they can have a chance to sit down in the Frederick Douglass Church. Our church was founded in 1816, and Frederick Douglass actually came and spoke at Wesley Union AME Zion Church, and the very chair that he sat in is still on the premises. We've had W.E.B. Du Bois also come and speak for our Men's Day, and there's also a marker downtown Harrisburg, right outside the Capitol, commemorating the time when W.E.B. Du Bois when Frederick Douglass came through and spoke. Throughout the past couple of years, as you've seen, Wesley Union has been very active in the community. And we have blessed the community because we're not just a church in the community, we are a church for the community. Just last year, we gave out over 4,000 items, and we fed over 300 people on our annual community day. We use local businesses, that is food trucks and vendors, to come in to serve the community. All the expense is taken care of by Wesley Union. We don't charge anyone anything at all for the food because we know it's a time of need. And of course, in the past, we thank the county commissioners. You also helped and made a donation to help do that as well. It's truly a blessing in the community. In upcoming year, we're celebrating 210 years. And during this time period, we have a lot of events coming into the city. Our Mid-Atlantic Episcopal District, which spans over Virginia, Ohio, St. Vincent, Guyana, Barbados, we bring people in from all over the country. During that event, it's about 800 registrants, so hotels will be utilized. We have a checkup meeting, which encompasses Philadelphia Baltimore Conference, which includes the Maryland Eastern Shore, which brings roughly about 300 people down into the city to give our report on the activities of our church in the local area. We've had other denominations contact our church to want to host meetings at our church as well. So there's even more business and tourism coming into the city, being a part of Wesley Union AME Zion Church, and boosting the economy here, whether it be hotel, food, because we use all local businesses and caterers in the work which we do, because we believe in pouring back into the community and not just taking from it. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Any questions?
Should we get funded?
Sorry, I didn't know you were continuing.
I'm sorry.
When I heard the pause, I was like, oh, we're going right to questions. Go ahead.
We do have a presence virtually on to attract tourism, and should we get funded, we're committed. I'm a member of the trustee board, so we're committed to doing annual maintenance on the church to preserve the investment that's been made, and we can also participate. There's a South Central African American Historical Society. So, and there's bus tours available. There's black bus churches available. There's a vast history here, not only with our church, but others, and we can participate in that as well. So we can have a comprehensive approach to really leverage the traditional way in which a church contributes to the tourism.
If I could, first of all, I never want to say no to you ever. You are somebody who I'm grateful for our relationship and all that you do for the community. But in providing direct feedback, this may be an opportunity for a different level of funding other than tourism. I think, the idea of doing bricks and mortar work for churches, usually, I think over the past and historically, we've attempted to try to redirect towards CDBG, the Community Development Block Grant Program. Now, you are located in the city limits, and there are ways to a formula that we might be able to be a participant with the city in assisting you in that endeavor. If you could, on the way out, we want to figure out a way to assist you in trying to get the historic church fixed up. But if you could talk to staff from economic development and maybe arrange for a follow-up meeting, that we can figure out a game plan in order to try to help provide support for I just don't think tourism from the perspective and its intent from the legislation may be the appropriate source of funding.
Is any portion of your grant request of the 100,000 not for facility repairs?
None is granted for outside of the facility repair, no.
It's all facility repairs? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I think Commissioner Hartwick is accurate in, we've had close to $10 million of requests. We have just about $2 million to grant. And there I think there's other funding streams where this could be pulled from. So I think if we can explore that, how we can aid in this effort, I certainly agree that it's really important that we preserve these historic, you know, landmarks. That's what they are. They're landmarks. And I do think they have a tourism aspect. Don't get me wrong, because people will come for these. But I think in this particular grant, it's really emphasizing hotel stays. And I think that's, given the amount of people who have applied, given the challenge we have, I think if we can try to open up another funding stream to see if it's possible for you, that's probably going to be the best path forward.
How much are you looking for the actual 210th year anniversary celebration?
And the food truck event that you do every year.
Okay.
That, like, those are things that may be things that qualify for tourism.
Oh, okay. Okay. Your question again, I'm sorry.
Is how much are you looking for the 210th year anniversary celebration that's going to draw in?
Oh, the amount we was looking for was approximately about $100,000. That was the two roofs that we had being repaired. 'Cause one of them, there's an air conditioner on. You have to remove the air conditioner to replace the roof, and so that was all added to that. And then the portion that was going to be coming in income as far as utilizing the local caterers, food trucks, and whatnot come in to help serve. But by all means, if there's other avenues or something else that you would look at for us, that we very much appreciate, or you got a couple dollars on the side, you can say, hey, what about this? By all means, we'll take that.
I mean, I get the roof part.
We're gonna figure out a way to take
and that's where we want you to get to connect to economic development, because there are other sources of income. I mean, if you were just coming in here, not about the roof, just about the 210th anniversary celebration, what specific amount of money were you looking for that? Because that's going to draw people in here.
Oh, okay, excellent. Well, of that, if we got about 25,000, 25 to 50, that's a range in between, because we're expecting individuals to come in for that great celebration. Anytime a historic African American church, any church, can celebrate years of existence, being an active church in the community, and not just a museum with a curator, then that is a plus, especially with all the working hours.
Thank you.
Next up is the Whitaker Center. On deck is World Affairs Council of Harrisburg. Hello, hello. How you doing?
Is this communal awards?
Yeah, you do. You definitely.
Hello.
Whenever you're ready.
For the reset there. Oh, okay. Well, good afternoon, and thank you, Commissioners and Sharon, for your time and consideration today.
See you, Linda Kamak.
On behalf of my nonprofit applicant colleagues, and with all due respect to our for-profit applicant colleagues, we truly understand the challenges of stretching a $2 million budget to $9 million in expenses. We nonprofits face that challenge every day and appreciate any level of support you deem appropriate. We currently do not receive any grant funding from the City of Harrisburg and look forward to pursuing that in the future. Entering our 27th year as the hub for arts, science, culture, and education in our capital city, while serving guests from 31 counties surrounding our home zip code and multiple states, Whitaker Center continues to be a destination of choice. Our original application was in support of our annual Art of Science Benefit Gala, anticipating a global talent gracing the stage in the Sunoco Theater. With booking conflict, we have pivoted and are asking for support of the following initiative: Holiday Happenings in Harrisburg, a holiday season event series over the course of the final 6 weeks of the calendar year, where we will host 4 community events and add 3 additional open to the public days between the Christmas and New Year break when family and friends travel in to visit. Grant funds will support marketing efforts to attract tourism into the city through Whitaker Center boosted social media, website marketing, and emails to our more than 40,000 recipients, ads in the Berg, Penn Live, as well as working with our partners, VHH and the Chamber, on their websites, and our investment in digital billboards, which include I-83, I-81, 322, 283, I-76, and a digital panel in the Lancaster Convention Center. Our cumulative expectation is more than 800,000 weekly impressions from the digital billboard investment. Funds will also support limited general operating expenses to host these events, such as supplies and working with local vendor support. Matching funds to this grant have been secured through corporate sponsor dollars from Energy Transfer. Whitaker Center also partners with other Dauphin County businesses such as the Hilton and the Crown for rooms, Harristown for cross-event marketing, local caterers and vendors to support our events, as well as working with Crescent Strategies, a local woman-owned business for booking and marketing. Whitaker Center draws guests from across the Commonwealth, 16 other states, and even saw some cross the border from Canada last year. A recent post on LinkedIn from a guest sums up better than my words could on why investment in Whitaker Center is a crucial component to driving economic growth and tourism for downtown Harrisburg. The Whitaker Center is fantastic. My kids were fully engaged the entire time and gave the best feedback when we left. That was a success, and that was so much fun. From all the interactions to the high-tech gaming lab and so much more, we cannot recommend this discovery experience enough for families.
You said no grant funding from the city of Harrisburg. Do you need any other funding from the city of Harrisburg?
No.
How much of your 50K request is marketing?
20.
20? I'll come out and say it. We've asked everybody about city of Harrisburg funding when it comes to tourism. I really can't understand how you're not receiving city of Harrisburg funding on this particular point, given that you're a staple in the city. Yeah, I have no other question.
Just thank you for your leadership and commitment and trying to stable the ship at the Whitaker Center. I know it's not been easy, and appreciate all you do to keep that regional tourism asset continue operational.
Thank you. We stay open for business, and last year saw almost 100,000 unique new visitors cross our doors, and we're already trending up 10% from that this year to date. So we're open for business, and we're bringing people in.
Great. Thank you, Mary.
So much. Next up is World Affairs Council of Harrisburg. Yokels on deck.
Would you go? Jennifer told me correct. Thank you. How you doing?
Good afternoon, commissioners, chairman, and staff. My name is Cole Goodman, and I am the founder and head coach of Journey FC. Journey FC is a Harrisburg-based soccer club that uses sports as a vehicle for cultural exchange, international engagement, and community development. This August, our team will travel to China in partnership with the World Affairs Council of Harrisburg and Dino International for an international cultural exchange and soccer competition. Our roster includes former HAC student athletes, current college students, recent graduates of John Harris High School, and young adults throughout the Harrisburg region. As we build relationships in China, our objective is to bring delegations, sports, and government, youth teams, coaches, students, families, and cultural exchange groups to Dauphin County. We also envision hosting international soccer tournaments as soon as next year and exchange events that would bring visiting teams to our community from abroad. Those visitors would stay in our hotels, eat in our restaurants. Commissioner Hartwick will make sure to get them to Pastorante and Steelton, visit local attractions, utilize athletic facilities, and support businesses throughout Dauphin County. Beyond the immediate tourism impact, these exchanges create lasting relationships that encourage future visits, educational partnerships, and continued engagement with our region. We believe that Dauphin County is uniquely positioned to become a destination for international soccer, and as we see this month, how popular the sport is. If you'll indulge me, before you have any questions, I have two of our players that would like to speak to you, if that's okay. Yeah. Patrick, Tyrell.
Good afternoon, commissioners.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
My name is Patrick Natetsky. I grew up around this area my whole life, playing soccer from when I could walk, basically. I played in Penn State Harrisburg my whole career. graduated there. So being able to take soccer outside of Harrisburg into another country, traveling so much myself, is really cool, and being able to see the diversity, but also play with people that you could never see. So I think it's really awesome to be able to be brought from Harrisburg specifically, being the first team on the East Coast, as far as I know, to go to China and represent Harrisburg in this region.
So where are you from?
This whole area, I was born in Mechanicsburg, but I grew up on this side of the river for most of it.
Where you go to high school?
Cumberland Valley.
Okay. Well, hello?
Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Tyrell Gallatin. I am also from the area. I actually grew up in 7th and Schuylkill. My family has also been here. We're actually a few generations back. My great-grandfather was one of the first cobblers, true cobblers in Harrisburg. I started playing soccer behind 7th and Schuylkill, actually, on that field right behind there. Cannot tell you what the team was, but I do know that definitely influenced me for the rest of my life, definitely taught me about being a team and having a cohesive vision for the future. I honestly can't really explain how grateful I am to have the experience to actually go to China and be able to share my culture and experience other people's cultures. But yeah, I honestly can't wait to bring my own district out to, well, bring Harrisburg to China. So it's definitely a great experience.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And commissioners, I'd like to be clear, as great as it is that we are going to China, we already have soccer teams, businesses in China that want to contribute to an international soccer tournament here. And since we are partnered with Central Penn and Hack and other colleges, we'll have the field, and we'd love for the commissioners to come and maybe throw the opening ball. So.
The $64,200 request will be allocated to cover expenses, lodging, transportation, catering, venue rental, admission fees to this trip. So most of these expenses are going overseas, correct?
I would say about half would be going overseas, and the other half would be for us to prepare for the international soccer tournament here in Dauphin County. And then everyone that would be coming here would be contributing to the economy by staying in our hotels, by eating at our restaurants, and being throughout Dauphin County. And we will also be bringing them to places like Hershey and others to educate them on Dauphin County.
Okay. When's the date for the trip?
We will be leaving August 2nd.
Do you have a date for the event that would take place here?
We are looking for that either to take place in the fall or early next year. We're still working with the Chinese businesses on that, on their schedule.
I think the challenge for me, I understand the concept of supporting going because of that, but I think coming back should bring it here just on tourism. We're trying to drive money to our region. I understand going there will bring here, but I think the support of bringing it here, I can see the grant. The hard thing is, it's like, last year I was tourism sent something.
Yeah, and I
Because
completely understand that.
Our tourism money that's supposed to drive, because just so the public's aware, our tourism money comes from hotel stays. A portion of hotel stays bring tourism money into, here. So we want to look at this money going out as what, hotel stays are we able to generate with it. I do understand conceptually what you're saying, though. It's a partnership that you're building that hopefully over time would build that hotel revenue. And I'm not doubting the vision for it. I'm just wondering if we're able to support on the, send. That's just what I'm looking at here. But
And Commissioner, just on what you just said, if I may, I think that Dino International and the World Affairs Council would be incredibly flexible to if this money weren't to go towards sending, but would go towards us planning the international soccer tournament in Dauphin County. I think that as you deem fit as commissioners.
How many teams do you anticipate playing here next year?
We're looking
international.
We're looking at bringing over 5 to 6.
5 to 6 teams. How many people are on a team?
5 to 6 teams. That would probably be a 23-man roster per team, plus their coaches, plus their staff, plus their families coming over as well, and plus the colleges bringing any other staff that they would like to as well.
So now you're up to close to 200 people
Correct.
coming in for these, staying at our hotels. How many nights would this tournament take place?
This would be 12 days.
Well, I mean, now you're adding up significant numbers, which we would benefit from.
Yeah.
Plus, they would eat here. Now, where would this take place at? Which fields are you considering having these at?
So since we partnered with Central Penn, we would play at City Island Soccer Field where Capital City Islanders play. So it would take place there. But I would like to also have the fields throughout Dauphin County be used as practice facilities for the teams that come over. So Sunshine Park, the new J.P. Dorsey Field that was just put up in Pembroke, that would be the vision there as well.
Do you have all this in the pipeline ready to go, or is this just right here, right now?
The only thing that I don't have in the pipeline is the J.P. Dorsey. I have not reached out to him, just to be completely transparent and honest. But everything with Central Penn has been cemented, and they have said that they would be up for this.
I mean, we talk about how cool it would be, how cool it will be to have the Olympic qualifier here. You talk about bringing the folks in from another country for an international tournament. I'm liking that. Now, I don't know if my colleagues did. I think Commissioner Douglas, maybe Commissioner Hartwick did, but I met with the Chinese delegation when they were here this last time, and they talked about setting up a sister county in China. And I know they sent an email to George Connor, who was former director, but I don't know what occurred from that. I'll have to chat with him, but I know they reached out to us about setting up Dauphin County here and a particular county in China and having exchanges that way too, which I thought was pretty cool. So look forward to the continued conversation
Absolutely.
there.
And we'd love to help support that any way that it could happen.
I mean, I do think I just want to be very clear. I'm not critical of the concept. It's a very good concept. It can draw, international travel here, because international travel here, you're not going to travel from China to here for 2 days. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
You're going to be here for a while. You're going to go to Hershey Park. You're going to see the region. So, yep, that's what I'm saying. A 12-day event. You're gonna experience Dauphin County, and I do think partnering with sports authority at VHH would be really wise to just kind of see how this lines up with other things that are in town for that time, or if you don't have a date specifically yet, making sure we target a proper date with the calendar. I don't know if you want to speak to that at all.
Well, I just want to speak to the fact that VHH does work with World Affairs Council. We did work with Joyce to bring in the young Asian diplomat group. She did talk to me about this initiative, and we too see the future advantage to this. We think that, again, just introducing more people, getting them over there is part of the relationship building. We did have a Chinese delegate in just a few weeks ago. We were able to, they were able to see Chocolate World, some of the Hershey attractions, Hershey Story, that type of thing. So it's just another step in building those relationships and making sure that they understand, we're a very welcoming community. We want international travelers to come here. We had provided some translated pieces. And so, yes, we are working with World Affairs, and we look forward to continuing that.
Thank you. All right. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
All right, we have Yokel, and then we have Zeta Phi Beta Sorority. Thank you all.
Here's an organization that has and does think outside the box, coming up with new ideas and promoting themselves. I see you on Facebook and
You guys do great work.
Yeah.
See you again. Yep.
An expert marketer.
Sorry, I got it.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm going to be a little different. I'm just here to say thank you. I have felt your guys' support so much. It's been a lift, but fun, and it is a passion project. And I'm grateful for all of it, and I appreciate the encouragement. So thank you. And Sharon especially, Visit Hershey Harrisburg has been more than, we have like monthly check-ins, and I just learned so much from that. Hershey Walk starting to reach out now all the time with their meeting planners there. So, and we're bringing in something I never anticipated. I thought this was just going to be like another offering for.
Could I just ask, first of all, I want to see you do this standing up, but you should do this, we're being televised. So folks who are at home may not be able, they may not be able to hear the great things that you're talking about here, so I apologize.
I don't have much to say. I just wanted to say thank you.
You were
That's
talking about
it.
a new initiative, the Hershey Lodge
Okay,
providing
Hershey
help.
Lodge, I never thought we could, so my trolley only, only holds 28 people. And I'm getting calls now for 50 and 80 people. So I do split rotation tours so we can handle more people. I'm renting a motor coach later. And so it's just expanding. And now I'm getting people from all over the state, all over the region, and anticipating really being able to help with the overnight stays.
I think you're an example of somebody who's come with a genuine idea, passion, not, you know, all of the other accompaniments, and are looking and seeking sort of to build relationships and to seek out opportunities to be able to support a business. I think you're an example of how a small business who has sort of a vision and with the right partnerships rather than, you know, and also listening and following, you know, and building those kind of partnerships can really benefit from that kind of strategic plan. So.
Thank you. And you know, you met with me over Zoom. Commissioner Douglas brought his whole staff outside to see the trolley. Commissioner Priest and I have met over coffee. Again, Sharon, I just appreciate it. I feel so much support.
I toured the trolley. You weren't there, but I went in when it was outside St. Joan. I helped myself.
Well, that's why we were there.
That's
So,
now
yeah.
part of the report.
Do you guys have any questions for me?
I just want to state one thing. You applied to gaming last year, I believe.
Yes.
And I told you I wasn't going to be able to support it because I wasn't supporting for profit. But I really encouraged you to apply for tourism, and now you have. And I'm just going to go out and say, like, I'm going to be supportive of this as one commissioner, just because I think there's a couple of things that are really important that people understand about your application. One, you are tourism. Like, this is tourism. It is
It's a
it is
tourism
it's
magnet.
it's you know, it's enhancing Hershey, giving opportunity for small businesses as well. Tourists that are maybe already here, they're not necessarily maybe just coming for the trolley, but when they're here, it's something they can do that gives them a great experience that makes them want to come back. And but the other thing I want to say is, a lot of people have an idea for something that they want to do, and they're like, well, if I secure grant funding, I'll do it. You jumped out to do it, and you were like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to leverage everything. I'm sure it's a risk for you, and I just appreciate that. I appreciate the hustle. I appreciate the effort. I appreciate the fact that you had a vision for something, and you know, you leveraged your own funds, to get this off the ground. And I think us come alongside and supporting. I've already seen the good that you've done. I've talked to many people who have been on the tours. It has great potential to grow, to even be more than one trolley. Who knows what the future holds? But I appreciate your effort, and I also appreciate your patience and your understanding that through the gaming grant process, and to take the advice to apply for this. So
Well,
thank you.
I mean, you said that to me, and again, like, he remembers something he said to me a year ago. Awesome. Thank you.
Well, my staff really loved the trolley. We love seeing it.
Well, good.
Thank you for bringing it down here to show it to us right here in downtown Harrisburg. You brought it just so we kind of walk through.
Any ideas you guys have, anything I can do for you, like, we'll collaborate.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, next up, Zeta Phi Beta sorority. And then Dauphin County EDC on deck. No, I was gonna say, I didn't think we were doing it.
Oh, I was joking. I just said you weren't here.
Okay,
They're
you're
here.
not here. Well, I
Yeah,
just
they're
saw you
here.
both sitting there, and I was like, are we? I thought we had pulled it.
They're here.
Yeah.
George.
You mean costume?
Costing the general fund.
Costing the general
That's what they don't. We got to figure out how to do it in the budget. You're,
Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. And thank you for the opportunity to present our request for funding support for the Lisa M. Waller Striving for Excellence Scholarship and Fine Womanhood Celebration. My name is Reagan Allen. I'm the president of the Nu Sigma Zeta chapter of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. And on behalf of our members, community partners, scholarship recipients, families, I appreciate the opportunity to share how this event positively impacts students, families, local businesses, and the overall economic vitality of Dauphin County. The Lisa M. Waller Striving for Excellence Scholarship was established 19 years ago to honor the life and legacy of a remarkable educator, mentor, and community leader who was deeply believed in the power of education, service, and leadership. Through this annual event, we continue her legacy by recognizing outstanding students who have demonstrated academic achievement, leadership, community service, and a commitment to excellence. While the scholarship and recognition components are a heart of the program, the impact extends far beyond a single day of celebration. Each year, the event attracts more than 350 attendees, including students, families, sorority members, elected officials, business leaders, educators, and community supporters. And many of these guests travel from across Pennsylvania and surrounding states to attend. As a result, the event serves both as a scholarship initiative and a tourism generating opportunity that brings new visitors and economic activity into Dauphin County. To accommodate attendees traveling from outside the area, hotel room blocks are sold out and secured and sold out for the event venue, with additional guests utilizing nearby lodging properties throughout the county. Visitors also dine at local restaurants, purchase fuel, shop at local retailers, and support other small businesses during their stay. The economic impact created by these visitors benefits our hospitality industry and local business community while showcasing Dauphin County as a welcoming destination for conferences, celebrations, and community events. Many of our guests extend their visits to explore local attractions, amenities, and patronize area businesses. It's a great experience to showcase the cultural and recreational amenities to make Dauphin County a great place to live, work, and visit. Our request aligns closely with Dauphin County's commitment to education, workforce development, community engagement, economic growth, and quality of life initiatives. Thank you for your service and your consideration, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Right on time.
Right on time. What venue will you have this event at?
Well, this year, in 2027, it will be at the Best Western. The past 3 years, we've had it at the Sheraton Hotel Hershey.
When you say this year, did this event already happen for the request? Because we have some people, just because of how long the tourism request. When does it happen?
The next one will be February 27th.
Okay. Is this funding for the 27 one, or is this back funding for the 26? It doesn't
This
matter.
is for the 27 event.
For the
2027 event,
okay.
yes.
Okay. And how you said you secure a block and it sells out. How many hotel stays roughly? How many rooms?
1 to 2 days, about 15 rooms.
Okay, so about 30 hotel stays,
Yeah.
probably. Okay. Do you receive any? Well, it's not in the city limits, is it?
No, sir.
That's the extent of my questions.
Excellent.
Thank you. Thank you. And you can all expect an
The
invitation.
last shall be first, and the first shall be last. You know?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, we will definitely invite you all. George Harwood used to be a supporter of ours back in the days, but he kind of, got lax. So I just want to make sure that you are there this year and supporting us again.
Since you have publicly challenged me, you know I'll be there.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And you'll have my personal support.
20 years, we need a proclamation, celebration.
Yeah,
Yes,
ask for a
yes.
proclamation from the commissioners. We'd love to get you a proclamation.
Most definitely.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so
I
much.
I
appreciate
see you must have to have dimples to be a part of this.
Now, do we have to wear white suit jackets?
No, you do not. No.
Whatever you like.
They wouldn't mistake you for a doctor.
Just for the purpose of consistency, in this hour, we did not have the Valley Flying Discs. Is the Valley Flying Discs present? Nope. All right, we're good to go. And that concludes our tourism hearings.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for allowing us to present.
Thank you.